Okay.
Yo, welcome back to the What the Fuck Is This podcast. Today, we got a special guest. It is a woman. Okay,
A woman.
it's a female. It's the wonderful, beautiful Lisa Ann.
What?
You know who Lisa Ann is?
No.
She's a woman I had a dream about last night.
Oh, the special dream.
Yeah,
Okay.
for all you listeners and watchers, I guess. First of all, if you want to see the video, we're up on YouTube, so check us the fuck out because we're cool. I might start using the GoPro, so you might be able to see 4K footage on YouTube soon. It'll take more editing on my part, but that's fine. That's whatever. But yeah, I had a wet dream last night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Apparently he nutted in his pants.
That's what a wet dream would be, yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
bust
didn't
a nut.
notice.
Hey, I busted a nut.
Yeah, I felt it
I
twitching
got up,
against me.
and I was like, I woke up, and I checked, I felt my pants, I was like, oh, okay, just a dream. And then I went up to go to the bathroom, and I went up to put on my pants. I was like, oh, what the fuck? And there was a nut busted in there. I was like, who the hell broke in my house and busted a nut in my shorts? But apparently it was me. Anyway, this is my girlfriend.
Yep.
Her name's Lydia. Okay, not Lisa Ann, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So today we've had a packed Sunday.
Yeah.
We've had a busy weekend.
We had to make a chart.
We made a little list here.
We had to make a list separated into
Right.
morning, afternoon,
So ready?
and evening.
Yeah, we separated our list into morning, afternoon, and night. Okay? In the morning, we had to go drop off a check, do the dishes, start the laundry, which we need to change over after this podcast, by the way.
Yes, we do.
And we needed to make a grocery list. In the afternoon, we needed to go on our date, our 2-hour Sunday date that we do every single Sunday. We spend 2 hours together on some kind of date. And then we needed to do this, the podcast. And then at night, we needed to do a run, do grocery shopping, and then food prepping for the week.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this list was pretty contingent upon the fact that we had to wake up in the morning. Instead, we woke up at 11:30.
Because neither of us set an alarm.
I woke up a few times, but she did not want to get up.
I don't remember any of this.
So yeah, that's what that was. We also got a grocery list on here if you guys want to hear that. Nah, I'll spare you guys the time.
They don't want to hear that.
Yeah, I think they do. But we're in the middle of sober October. I just want to do a recap for the podcast because we missed last week.
Right.
We're in the middle of sober October, so no more beers for the rest of this month on the podcast. You only got 4 weeks of just coffee and water. So right now we got coffee and water. Thanks to Lydia, she made some coffee.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a cheers our coffee too.
Yeah. Cheers.
Okay,
To
there you
sober
go.
October.
So what's your goal? My goal is to run 108 miles this month. That's also a correction I need to make. I forgot about that.
What?
When I had Matt in the last podcast, said my goal was 150 miles. I lied. I thought I did 107 miles last year. I was completely incorrect. I ran 80 miles last year. Okay, I was off by a shitload. So I was delusional. I must have got drunk, way too drunk at the end of sober October that I fucked up the numbers in my head somehow.
Yeah.
I really don't know. But so last year I ran 80 miles, which is the equivalent of 2.5 miles a day, and my goal was to run 2 miles a day, on average for the whole month. And I ended up running 80, which is the equivalent of 2.5 miles a day average. So this year I said I'm gonna up what I actually achieved last year by 1 mile per day. So 3.5 miles per day was my goal, which is 108 miles. Today we're on October 3rd right now, and I'm at 2.65 miles total, so I'm pretty far behind. To be fair, I ran the first day, and the second day I was busy building a lake at my mother's house. So
An entire lake.
and she was there too helping.
Yeah.
So I'm behind by a little bit, but I'm not sweating it at all. I'm in back pain. I should be running like 5 miles today. So
Right.
after this podcast is over, we should be good.
And it's interesting because last year you skipped half the month and still got over your goal.
I didn't run for 14 days of the 30 days last month,
Yeah.
and I still went above and beyond my goal. Jacob, who's been on the podcast a few times, who will be back sometime during sober October, because I'm sure we're going to have to whip his ass to get him in shape, because this motherfucker set his goal as 30 hours of physical fitness by the end of the month. That's an hour a day, either in the gym, running, doing some kind of type of physical sport activity, something like that, and then as well as complete sobriety. He already broke the sobriety on day one. He said it's one exception. So we'll see how far he makes it. He's already failed, but we can't tell him that because we don't want to demoralize him. We need him to stay in the game.
Right.
So we're going to have him back on. We're going to talk some shit to get his ass. We're going to whip his ass into shape, right? None of that Sleepy Joe blabbering he was doing over here last time.
Oh my god.
You couldn't understand a single goddamn thing he was saying. But anyway, what's your goal, Lydia?
I really tried. My goal is, I guess, what you did last year, so it's 80.
How many miles did you run last year?
I ran 62 miles last year.
Then you get 63 and a half.
63 and a half. I thought it was 62.5, but I don't know. It was somewhere around there. And I skipped like 8 days, and
yeah, I think
it was
8.
really hard to
That was
like.
11. You skipped 11. Or no?
It was 8.
It was 8.
I'm pretty sure. But it was really hard to, I guess, not run, like meet the goal, but it was really hard to find time to run. That was like my biggest thing. Because I was like working about 30 hours at T-Mobile. And I was also
Still
doing
online
like
school.
5 classes. Yeah. So it was just hard to find time to run. But I still met my goal. Now it's 80 miles, and I'm already getting kind of worried because we're behind.
No.
I'm behind.
After you run like 110 mile a day or
And
something like that, you're like, wow,
I've
I'm
never done
so
that.
far ahead. That's what I say now. I had never, before last Sober October, I had never run more than 4 miles in one go. 30 days later, I went out and ran 20. Okay?
Dude.
Off a whim. I'm sure you can do it.
I've never run more than like 3 miles.
You just put on some David Goggins, start listening to him. Who's going to
David
carry the
Goggins?
boats? Who's going to carry the boats, Lydia?
Who's going to carry the boats?
Who's
Not
going to
me.
carry the boats? I'm going to carry the boats.
You're going to carry the boats?
You're going to carry the boats.
Are you saying boats?
Boats, yeah.
David Goggins.
You want to get? I've showed you some David Goggins things before.
You have.
He's the guy with the hole in his heart.
Oh, yeah.
He's crazy motivational. Doesn't care what you're running in.
Yeah.
I almost made a video.
You had me listening to fucking motivational
Yeah.
podcasts and like videos and shit while I was running last year.
Yeah.
That helps because it was like,
does.
you gotta want to, the one that was like, you gotta want to succeed more than you want to sleep or something like
More than
that,
you wanna-
more than you want to
no.
breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Yeah. Felt like he was calling me out.
Yeah. His name's Eric Thomas.
Yeah.
He did that speech while he was being a professor at a college. And he gave that speech as his Friday lecture at the end of the week for his class. Motivational speech. And that is what pulled him out of teaching community college to his career now of public speaking and motivational speech. And, oh, hold on. I just fucked up my mic. I pulled him out of that. And it's called the speech is called Success. And it's, the guru, whatever, brings him out, he has no idea what's going on. He keeps making him go further and further into the water, and he holds him underwater until he's about to drown and lets him back up. And he goes, "What do you want to do right there?" And he goes, "I wanted to get some air. I wanted to breathe." And he says, "Well, when you want to succeed as bad as you wanted that air,
Yeah.
that's when you succeed. When your first priority is success, that's when you'll get success. When you think about, like I did last Sober October, when all I thought about was running, I got my goal of running.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that took a little bit of a mind game. I told you about this last year. Like, the mindset I took was running isn't about running. When I'm running, I think about, I can't rush through this run. I can try to get a better time. I can try to do whatever I want, try to run a further distance, try to run faster, try to sprint faster, whatever. But in the end, I had to think about it as me running right now. Every step I take is me being healthy. So the longer I do this, the healthier I'm going to be. So I need to keep doing this because this is me being healthy. This isn't running. This isn't meeting my goal. This isn't pushing myself. This is me being healthy, and I want to be healthy. That's my goal, is to be healthier. And this run I'm doing right now is being healthy. So it doesn't. I shouldn't be wishing I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I'm almost there, because it's not. I want to be healthy. It's not being healthy. I'm trying to shortcut to being healthy. It's not going to work that way. And that's what I told you. You think about it like that, and you're not thinking about the end of the run. You're thinking about the process of running.
Because the goal, I mean, we might have called it a competition. Like, you might have called it a competition.
Me and Jory were kind of competing until we realized
Yeah.
that we were skipping too many days, and then
Sober October should just be about getting, your priorities just aligned with being healthy. That's basically what.
Well, we thought since me and Jory both really competitive, we thought last year putting into we did
Last year it was a competition, right?
No,
No.
it was a group goal.
It was
Remember,
a group
we had a
goal,
group
right.
mile goal between the whole
Okay.
group, so it was kind of competitive for some of us.
Yeah.
But for the majority, we were trying to help everyone, keep everyone motivated to keep doing their miles, and that was the point, to get more people interested in doing it and staying with it. And we did a pretty good job. Talia just did a triathlon now. She's very much into
Yay.
the fitness, and she worked out before. But I think her having that goal that she set out to do really helped push her further. I mean,
That probably really, She probably really like just realized that she enjoyed like hitting the goals and
Yeah,
things
she
like
went on
that.
a lot of hikes. She did a lot of
Yeah,
hiking, a lot of backpacking.
that's cool.
She just did a triathlon like the other day. Um, yeah, this year we didn't set a group goal because we want to diversify the goals because we don't think running is the only thing. Some people aren't runners. Um,
Right.
Running is just an easy number that you can set. It's an easy number. Okay, I can do this many miles, and it looks like a mountain. So when you climb that mountain, you achieve your goal. It feels great to achieve a goal that looks so impossible when you're standing back looking at the beginning of the month. Like 180 miles, it's like, what the hell? That's 3.5 miles a day every single day, no breaks.
I know. But then you'll be
But
looking
then
back at the
when you're
mountain
looking
after you're
back
done.
after when you're in No Nut November
Oh God.
and you're looking back at it, you're like, wow, I really killed that shit. I can go the whole November without none, and then you're day 3 and you've already busted like 14 nuts.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. But yeah, back to what you were saying about how you shouldn't think like, oh, I'm almost done, I'm almost done, I'm almost done running.
That's what we
you
did the other
know?
day when we were out
Like,
in that
because
mall.
it's very much like, I feel like for everyone, it's fitness and running and things like that are very much a mind game. It's like everything in you, like, when you aren't used to pushing past that like mental barrier, everything in you is like, I just want to stop. I'm done. I did good enough. But you don't really like improve by following, you know, your gut instinct to stop. So that's kind of like the mind game that I'm pushing past. That's probably why I haven't run more than like 3 miles at a time. So we'll see
What's
how
the first distance you think you've ever run? Like on the dot, like exact mile count.
the exact mile count.
Yeah, like was it exactly 3 miles? That's the most you've run, or like 2.5?
I honestly think it's like the 2.6
that we just did.
that we did like a
That was a
couple
nice slow
months
jog.
ago. We did that a couple months ago.
Oh, did we?
Actually, yeah, we
Yeah,
did that
we did.
same
I was gonna say
one.
we did that one, and I helped you a lot down.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it once you find a place where you're striving for the goal, you're like, I want to see how much I can get. Like,
right.
push as far as I can.
I'm gonna say like, if you do like a little bit of fitness every day and that's good enough for you, like that's fine. Like you're still healthy.
That's better
But
than most people in America.
that's
right
better
now.
than most people, right? A
That's what
lot of
I like Jacob's goal of 30 hours of physical fitness because of
that's
like, that.
very.
That's a really really cool goal if you're just trying to be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I don't think that's good enough. For me, like I would just be bored with that goal. Like I don't feel like I'm actually achieving anything. It's like, okay, I don't know. It's not a quantifiable thing as much. I mean, like it's hours. It's like I could do 30 hours of physical fitness and feel like I didn't do shit. Like I can go like basketball court for like an hour a day and I not feel like I did anything. I can go to the gym and like you spend half the time at the gym resting between sets, which you have to do. And it's not like hating on that because it's still good physical activity, but like I like cardio. I like improving heart disease being the number one killer in America of all things. Kills more people than car accidents, more people than cancer. Like it's the deadliest thing in America, even more than obesity. And they kind of go hand in hand, but I think cardio health is really important for that reason. That's why I like to run. But
Right. I feel like you get bored like if it's the same thing and you don't have anything to really like work towards.
yeah, I need something to keep going after.
Right. That's kind of
I don't like to get content.
yeah.
To fucking
I
follow
don't
the
know.
podcast, we stop being content.
What'd you say?
Just to fucking follow this
Fucking
podcast.
follow the podcast. Leave a review. 5-star review.
I actually don't know if you can leave reviews. We're
or
on every
1 star,
platform.
whatever. Just leave a review.
We're on every single platform that you guys could think of, probably.
Mhm.
I actually don't check the numbers whatsoever. Like, have I ever said, "Yo, look how many people listen to this"? Ever? I don't think I ever have. I have with TikTok. I've been looking at my TikTok
On TikTok,
views.
you look. I actually look at your TikTok views too, because I want you to get views on your TikToks. I'll like try to comment and stuff like
It's
that.
weird. Some of them just don't
You-
get any views. I think it's because the time I upload them or something.
It could be.
Some of them get 0 views at all.
Yeah.
It's like I think I have one Apex one that's just stuck at 6 views. These ones all around have 600 or 400 views. This one's at 6. Like, what happened?
Are the
Same.
ones that get less views like around the time that you like spam post a bunch of them?
I don't know. I know because
Like,
there's
that
some that I
might be
spam
it.
posted, especially at the beginning. I spam posted 21 TikToks to catch up because I didn't feel like having one for every single day. There's
Yeah.
spam posted like 20 TikToks and they all, except for like 2 of them, went up like crazy. I don't know what it was, but yeah, I don't check the views of, and follows of the podcast or anything. But
Unless
yeah,
it's SoundCloud. Didn't you check the SoundCloud one?
only for Jacob,
Only for Jacob.
because Jacob
Okay.
really cares about how many views they get. I'm just gonna start.
That's true.
I'm just gonna start telling Jacob that we had 0 every single time. Just see what he says. He loves to know how many people watch, and I'm like, Jacob, it's not about how many people watch, brother.
He
You know, like,
promotes it hardcore.
especially
So.
like this podcast. If it was Spicy Tech, I always like to look at how many people listen on Spicy Tech and stuff like that. But this podcast isn't about blowing up, becoming famous, or even like having a ton of listeners. As much as I'd love to have a lot of listeners, because that'd be cool, because I could have more guests and I could book guests further out. Like I went from having like a full month of guests lined up to like now I don't have any guests for next week. I don't know who's gonna be my guest next week. Like I have emergency guests planned, but I don't. I want to stay away from repeat guests. With like I'd like to not have a repeat guest within a 3 week period. So like if I have you on this week, not next week, not the week after, and not the week after that, but 4 weeks later, I'd be okay with having the same guest again. But I like to, at least for right now, just have a rotation through a bunch of random guests, because of all my friends would love to be on the podcast. There's just timing and stuff like that to get them down here on the right day. It's hard.
Yeah. It's hard to get people scheduled.
Like
to
Matt
have
wanted to come back
schedules
for
aligned.
back-to-back weeks, and I was like, Matt, as much as I'd love to have you on back-to-back weeks, I can't. I don't want to have the same guest on, because I feel like it's
It's like you're talking about the same things.
yeah, like we might jump into the same, like we don't have not a lot of new stuff to talk about, or our minds haven't explored the same information or enough new information to process in a 2 hour, 3 hour episode, and then it just seems like it's unauthentic of a podcast where we're just talking about random stuff. That's what, like, having the same guest every week. It's like if you're just talking about random BS, like what the podcast is about, it's gonna seem unauthentic, and it will be unauthentic. We're gonna be searching for things to talk about rather than like this, where we're just
Word vomiting.
yeah about whatever.
That's
the
what the
fuck comes out.
podcast should be about.
That is
'Cause
about.
You first came to me, you're like, I want to start a podcast. I just want to talk to people. I just want to,
Yeah.
know, explore different conversations. Literally just word vomit, say whatever you want. There's
I want to
no
have Joy's
plan.
girlfriend on,
Yeah, you should.
because I want to get in arguments about veganism with her, because she's a vegan.
Yeah.
I want to get in
That
some
would be
real
a good
intense
one.
debates, because she tried avoiding the question. I asked her. She's full vegan, no animal products or anything like that. Like apparently not even honey, which sucks.
Honey.
But yeah.
Oh, 'cause bees.
Well, no, she said if it is, but the thing is, it doesn't hurt any bees, and
No, it doesn't.
no. But
Have you watched those like
she
honey
said-
harvesting videos?
No, she says
They're
she
really
has to
cool.
know the farm that the honey is coming from. She has to know that it's very humane. And I said, okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
I think that's a noble stance to take, as well as like her stance that she would rather, like she said to Jory that she'd hate him if he ever killed any animal that ever went hunting. I said, but you don't hate him for buying meat at the grocery store?
Which is less humane, actually.
Well, that's
Well, it depends,
that's a
but-
subjective stance, I think. Kind of. I mean, it in a way, it's kind of objective as well. Like, it's kind of an objective stance that factory farming is worse than hunting. At least in the sense of how our population treats it right now. Because of not everyone hunts. If everyone hunted, it would be a problem. We don't have enough animals for every person to hunt and keep our tags in regulation. It's just not possible. Factory farming is a must.
Oh, you mean
But-
like every person ever?
If every
to-
family and
Oh, okay.
if every household was allowed to hunt and did hunt, we wouldn't have enough animals, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think the numbers support that at all.
Not even the deer.
No, not even deer populations.
Dang.
So we need the farm. But I was
But
just
some
got
of
in
the
a debate
ways
with
they
her.
treat the animals like is
Horribly.
terrible.
Well, and that's where the
Yeah.
argument comes with buying meat from the grocery store. You don't know. Some grocery stores do. Like each piece of meat you buy is different.
Right.
Some of it comes from different farms, and some of it is factory farm. Some of it is organically pasture raised, whatever. And that can be argued that it's more humane, and it is argued that it is more humane. But after getting the debate with her, which would you rather him do? Because if obviously you're okay with him buying meat from the grocery store, you don't hate him for that, but you would hate him if he killed something. Her argument was all I could get out of her before we just started yelling, not even yelling at each other, just talking random shit.
the Jersey
she said,
sass is that what you
Yeah,
said?
the Jersey sass. She said I have a big nose. I said you have a fucking big nose too. All right, I'm a Jew. I'm a Jew. I'm supposed to have a big nose. You know, like, so before we started like messing with each other, was she said animals are helpless, and that's why she doesn't like killing animals. I said, well, supporting factory farming is supporting the killing of animals. And I also brought up the point. I was like, Jory is he enlisted himself in the National Guard, which is a branch of our military. And if they ask him to, he is supposed to kill somebody. In certain situations, he is authorized and trained to be able to kill a person. And she said, I said, so you don't hate him for that? She said, no, humans are different. I don't give a fuck about humans. She said, humans aren't helpless. Animals are helpless. Fuck humans. I was like, okay. I can stand that. Unlike most of the vegans that I talk to, her stance makes sense for the most part, except for the refusing to answer hunting versus factory farming. Which one's better? Which one does she think is better?
Doesn't make sense. Yeah.
I gotta dive deeper into that one.
You have to. That's hilarious. The human, I don't give a fuck about humans thing. That's hilarious. You gotta dive. I mean,
it makes sense. I'm with it.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. Makes sense.
But yeah, so wait, we went on a date today. Our date this Sunday.
Our 2 hours Sunday. Well, it was actually an hour, but I mean,
but in all, it was about 2 hours between all the stuff we did, and we're about to do the podcast, which is however long.
True.
And we basically spent the whole day together anyway. So
true. We got lots of shit to do today, but continue.
Bro, you do the gun range. Lots of guns in this house. You see guns all the time. You hear us talk about guns all the time.
And I'm like, oh my god.
Every time someone comes over who's military, guns get brought out and we look at guns. George's dad does all the stuff with guns.
Right.
A lot of guns. You've been around a lot of guns, but you've never seen one shot, never heard one shot, never been around one shot. So I figured I had to bring you because there's loaded guns in this house.
Right.
To kill anyone who fucking decides they want to kick down my door, get a cap popped in them. Now you can pop a cap in them.
Exactly. Now I can.
After I seen your shot, you can hit him with the first 3. The rest might not hit him, but the first 3, the motherfucker's going down.
The first 3.
First 3 motherfuckers going down.
Hopefully I don't hit him in the toe or something. Yeah, that was crazy.
There's a 9mm pistol. I'll leave it at that. I'm not gonna say any more than that.
Okay. Still don't really understand what that fucking means.
9mm is the size of the bullet. That's the diameter of the bullet.
Okay. Oh yeah, the 9mm ammo. That's what you're talking about, right? Which is apparently very hard to get now.
Because everyone's buying it, yeah, and they're limiting manufacturers. There's a whole lot of things behind it. COVID has messed a lot of things up.
That's crazy. Anyways, yeah,
I wasn't. Explain your process of shooting a gun for the first time.
I'm just gonna start at the beginning, like how I told you before. I was very I feel like a few years ago, I was very anti-gun. I was scared of them. I was like, they kill people. Why would you want a gun? Why would you want an AR? Why, blah, blah, blah. We need more regulations, blah, blah, blah. And then I started talking to this motherfucker.
Then I brainwashed you into liking guns.
Then he brainwashed me into being like, well, first of all, he's actually brainwashing me with, hello, we do have very extensive background checks. We do want to be able to protect ourselves.
At any point, if during at least in Pennsylvania, at any point in time, they can revoke my license to carry and revoke my right to own a gun. If I commit some kind of felony battery, they can come and say, you've assaulted somebody. Take that away from you. You no longer have the right to own a gun.
Right, because every single legal gun is traceable.
Every legal gun, yes.
Every single legal gun. Yes. So,
you have a serial
number.
Most
of the crimes that are going on are done by illegal weapons.
Illegally manufactured guns, stolen guns.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Stolen
That's
guns.
what I thought.
You have, there are guns, a lot of those guns, a portion of those guns are illegal, but they're stolen.
Okay.
Which is all traced back to a serial number. If you look on the bottom of my gun, there's serial gun on 3 different parts of the gun. At least. Some have more, some have less. Or I don't think any has less. I think it's a minimum of 3. But there's serial numbers on it that are imprinted into the gun. And all that is what makes it traceable to know where, when, how. And a lot of your crime is committed with illegal guns, or it's illegal crime. And if it was committed legally,
right.
Like,
and let's just say, no one likes crime.
No. But here's the
we
thing.
all have the same goal here. We don't
Anyone on
want
this
people
podcast who
to
knows we
die.
own a bunch of guns in this house,
Right.
who wants to say, ooh, those guns are worth a lot of money. Why don't I go break in and get them? They know what's going to happen. So for that
Right.
reason, they're more likely to break into someone who has like 16 flat screen TVs and no guns, because I got a gun that I stole illegally, and I can use that to steal their TVs if there's someone in there.
Oh god.
Versus you come in a house that has guns in it, and people who own guns, people who know how to shoot guns, the ideology is it's going to be a little bit harder to make it out of there with those 16 TVs.
And it does honestly make you feel a lot safer. Like, I was like bugging out this one day and I thought I heard someone open the door downstairs and it was like, get my gun. And I was like freaking out. I was like, okay.
Our house is haunted.
Our house is fucking haunted. That's why I always think there's someone.
I'm in the shower.
in.
I hear a bang. She says, "Did you hear that?" And I go,
You go, yeah.
yeah. And I go, "What was that?" And she goes, "I think the door opened downstairs just opened." I said, "Okay, get my gun." She ran in, got my gun, brought my gun to me, and I'm like, well, first she was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "If you just heard someone open the door." We looked at our window. We can see the driveway. I was like, "Jory's car is not home. It's only me and you here. The door just opened. Get my gun." Yes.
Right.
This is a situation where you get it. I walk out of the shower, butt ass naked.
We were both butt ass fucking naked.
No one in the house. It's just a door open.
That's like your worst nightmare too, like fighting off an intruder butt ass naked.
I don't want to have to shoot someone, let alone in my own house. You know, like who knows what fucking.
Right, I don't want to have to
live
do
there
that
anymore.
shit.
I'd have fucking flashbacks every time I fucking hear a noise in the house.
Yeah.
I'd be having flashbacks to killing somebody.
I would have to go through, like, I would be in
And
therapy
I'm
for the rest of my goddamn
100%.
life.
I'm not shooting once and be like, "Oh, are you okay?" I'm fucking magged up in that whole magazine in that motherfucker. You kicked down my door, motherfucker. You better be ready for what's on the other side of that door.
Oh my god. Wait, okay, would you shoot them immediately or would you, like, feel out the situation?
No,
You just shoot them immediately.
no. You yell, "Fuck out of my house."
Get the fuck out. And then if they don't get out,
I'm shooting on sight. Yeah.
you shoot. Would you, like, shoot, like, the wall first? Like,
No.
No?
No warning shots.
I might do a warning shot.
No.
Actually, no, because then they might shoot you if they have a gun. I don't know. That's very scary.
You don't want.
I just hope nothing.
Listen,
this
someone's
never
in your
happens.
house. You know the layout of your house. Someone who's breaking your house likely does not know the layout of your house.
Yeah.
That's to your advantage. Last thing you need to do is let them know precisely where you are and that you have a gun.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I can see the ideology behind it.
Because I don't
someone
want to kill someone.
I don't either.
I really don't. No one does.
Someone has kicked down your door.
Some people do. But.
Someone has kicked down your door and busted in your house. They've already committed to this crime.
If they bust down
It
your
is
fucking
their
door,
mistake
yeah.
at that point. It is not worth your life to risk anything. I don't know if they have a gun, and I don't care if they have a gun. If they don't have a gun and I shot them, that's really fucking sucks for them. They chose the wrong fucking house to kick down the door. And I'm going to have to convince myself of that for 6 more months after I shoot the motherfucker.
Right.
But
I'm going to say 6 more
it's
years.
more important than me losing my own life to some dude who is breaking into my house to steal a fucking $60 TV.
Right.
You know, like, you don't... I've even debated, do I even yell out a warning? Because if I look out that window and I see no one else is home and they've kicked down this door, they've signed up for what they've signed up for. They don't know what's beyond that door.
True.
And it's not my problem that they've made that decision. And it shouldn't be my problem that they made that decision.
I mean, it is because it's your house, but...
You know, whether I yell out or not,
yeah,
is very dependent upon what I hear. If I hear the lock get picked and I hear it slowly open, I might yell out. If I hear a door go, boom, someone kicked down my door, and I hear some scrumbling like they're trying to grab a bunch of stuff, I'm not yelling. I'm coming down and just popping.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just letting loose. Second I get done, just popping. And it's entirely based on that. If they're trying to sneak in, makes me think that they think nobody is home, or they're trying to be very quiet if someone is home. And I might yell out, and then hope that they leave. And if they don't leave, I might stay put and wait, or I might pursue.
Okay.
And that's entirely dependent on how I feel about my safety.
I feel like I can't even predict what I would do in a moment of, like, panic.
The safest thing you do in terms of self-defense, safest thing you do in terms of, because you kill somebody, even if it's a home invasion, you have to go to court. The state is gonna try to pursue you for murder, in almost all cases, and you're gonna have to defend yourself and say that this was self-defense. Someone broke into my house.
Yeah.
In a lot of states, they have the castle right, defend your castle like laws. where someone breaks in your house, doesn't matter who, what, where, when, why, you can shoot them and they don't care. They're not going to ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
Other states, it's you need to prove that you were last resort defending yourself. You had nowhere to run, no way to get away. Other states are like, you have the right to defend your property. Your property is as valuable as your life. And someone trying to steal your TV is just treated the same in terms of a court of law as someone trying to steal your life.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the right to shoot them just for stealing your TV on your property, breaking in, trying to steal your TV.
I'll have to look into what PA is, I guess.
There's a lot of states are really confusing in terms of law, and that's why you go to court for these things.
Oh, okay.
But like there's I forget the name of the corporation. There's a self-defense corporation for people who conceal carry, and it's if you ever get in a shooting situation or a situation where you had to pull your gun, even if you didn't shoot it, they'll defend you in court of law for a monthly fee. You pay them every single month just in case you ever have to use it, and they're there for you, cover all the fees, everything. I forget what they are. I'm not a member, but like in a lot of states, every state, the safest thing you can ever do, go lock yourself in a room with your gun and call 911 and say, get out of my house, stay away from me, get out of my house, and try to keep them away, and just last resort, defend your life, let them do whatever they want to your house. That's always the safest thing, because then if you do end up shooting them, there's nothing you could do.
I'd probably grab the gun and lock myself in the bathroom.
Okay, and so that's the safest thing. Unless if someone's come with the intent to kill the homeowner and then steal everything, you're pretty safe. Because I doubt they're going to try to come in the bathroom and
try
hurt
to
you
steal shit.
if that wasn't their intent. Someone who's intended,
Yeah.
I don't care if anyone's in here, we're stealing all this shit, we'll kill anyone who's in there, then you're fucked. Now you've locked yourself in a room. They know you're in there. They'll fucking shoot through the door, shoot through the wall, whatever the fuck they want.
Oh.
And then you're dead. And that's why I will never do that. I will never personally do that. For some people who are less confident in their ability, like you before you went and started shooting and before you hopefully still continue to shoot in the future, it might have been the best idea. Now it's your decision. And if you're in that situation, it's your life. You put your life where you feel most comfortable with it. And for me, I feel more comfortable being aggressive in the situation, and it's my house. I know the layout.
Right.
Someone is breaking in. The only layout they know is what they can see through the windows. Right? So they don't know where I could be coming from, and I'm going to use that to my advantage, and I'm going to do what I have to. You know? Like, it's...
Yeah.
And because of that, it can make it more... to defend your case in a court of law. If someone broke in your door and I shot them in the laundry room, you know, when they didn't have any weapons or anything, and they just picked my door and then were trying to steal some stuff. They didn't think anyone was home. It could be really hard to defend myself in that situation in a court of law. And who knows how that would go, but I'd be willing to, you know, take that.
Yeah. Well, back to the range today.
Yeah.
Okay. I was super nervous on our way there. I was like, he's like, are you ready? I was like, no.
Nope.
So we went in, we signed our papers, whatever, put our gear on. And
to say, I have showed you with it unloaded here at the house many times how to hold it, how it works, all the things about it, all the precautions to take.
How to hold it, like how to load it in and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, so I already knew like how to do that stuff. But I was just super scared to like hear the sound and feel the vibration because it was inside. So I mean, you said that it was like way louder and like felt, you know, really intense just because it's like in a small room. There was only like 6 lanes, right?
Yep. It was 6 pistol lanes and they have 6 rifle lanes.
Okay, yeah, but
That's
we
on the other
were
door.
we were just in one room with like 6 lanes. So I stood back for a little bit and let Nate shoot. I think he shot like a whole mag.
I shot
First
2.
one.
Yeah, I did 2 mags.
Okay, yeah.
It's a 16-round capacity.
Oh my god, I was like...
Which now you know.
That made it worse. I was like, I can't do this. I felt every single time the gun shot, the gun went off, I literally like flinched.
We were basically the only ones in the range. There was one other guy who was in there for like 10 minutes and that was it.
Yeah, which he, apparently, I wasn't watching, but his aim was insane, apparently.
He was very, very good. He was shooting at 7 yards as well. We were both shooting at 7 yards. He may have been shooting at 8 yards. He was just a little bit further back than us, and he was shooting just hairs off a fly. Like I was watching him put the bullet through the same hole multiple times, like 3 shots with the best accuracy you've ever seen and absurd precision as well. I mean, like he was shooting squares that were cut in half, so 2 diamonds, and he was trying to shoot. There were little bullseyes in each one, and there was 32 of them on this piece of paper. It's like a
Yeah, he was shooting like the tiny
2 foot by 4
triangles.
foot poster, and he's shooting at 1 inch by 1 inch squares, and inside of that, each of those squares is split into 2 with a 0 and a 1, and he was hitting the 1 and the 0, and then back to back to find. It was nuts what I was seeing this guy do.
Jeez.
But he was also very concentrated. I don't know what he was using either.
He was in there for literally like 10
He's one of the
minutes.
guys who worked at he owns a range somewhere. He said he owns an FFL, which means he owns.
Wait, how do you know this?
He was the guy who was talking up front.
Oh.
Not that we were talking to. He was talking to them. He had a shirt on. I don't think he worked at that place, but he owns like a firearms distribution license, which means he has the right to buy firearms and sell firearms. If you have an FFL, you can buy full auto guns too. I'm pretty sure that's it.
I don't know what auto is. Oh, okay. Okay.
I could tell when you
Brrr.
made that face.
You just saw like the blank ass look on my face. I was like, what the fuck is that? Okay.
But you also know, after shooting for a while, I showed you, I was like, now you can see why people enjoy having larger size magazines as well. In terms of just self-defense in general.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like, especially if you're panicking, I feel like it'd be hard to aim.
And you never shot quickly. If you were to try to shoot quickly, like if someone was breaking in your house and you had to go, you'd just keep shooting, right?
I know, like, I feel like at some point we have to, like, try to practice, like, imagine if, like, you just had to pick it up and shoot. Because for, like, all the shots that I took today, like, most of them, I was, like,
that's what it takes
staring
to
at the
range.
Target for, like, yeah, we should go to the outdoor range, especially because
well, first you need to get a grip on regular, and then, like, I was practicing when I went out with...
Wait, what do you mean regular? Get a grip on regular? Just, like...
Yeah, well, you're just
get
doing
used
today.
to
Same
it.
thing.
Yeah.
I'd like you to do it at an outdoor range, and then also an outdoor range, because most ranges are very iffy about you practicing concealed carry draw at the range, or at least some places are. I don't know. But when I was out with Matt, police officer friend, at the outdoor range that we went to, I was practicing pulling from draw, concealed carry draw, and then
okay.
quick shoot. I had 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, which is quite a long time. I was only taking about a half a second. I mean, I showed you the video. 3.92 seconds. I dropped 4 targets, multiple places from concealed peeking.
Yeah.
That was really cool to do that for a while. And I got on target, not as accurate, not as like precise as I'd want all the shots to be, but I did it really good in a quickest time. But
good job. Yeah, that's pretty hard.
Now you know why magazines, especially once next time we go, I'll have you mag dump. To do full 16 as well as you can, all on target.
Oh my god.
Very, very tough. To
Okay.
even see if you can just hit the target with all of them. I mean, you saw my last grouping was pretty wide. I think all of them
But
hit
they
the
were
target.
all on the target, right?
Yeah, I think they were all on the target, but they were kind of spread.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, apparently like my first 3 shots were like super good because
Directly on target.
I had the grip, right, and I didn't know what to expect, so like I wasn't bracing myself or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't move as much when I shot the gun. But then further down the line, like it was going a little bit above, I guess, because I was getting scared of or I don't even know if I was getting
flinching.
scared. I was like flinching because I knew it was going to like jump
anticipating-
back at me.
Yeah, you were anticipating you were anticipating the shot. So when you're pulling the trigger, you were turning your head a little bit. You were probably closing your eyes and flinching a little bit up to pull your arm back, or maybe just when you turning your head, you pulled your shoulder back a little bit and it made it hit a little bit higher. You were shooting about 2 inches high on most of your shots, but it was very consistent.
This is consistent.
Yeah, which means that you had good accuracy, just not great precision. But you know what the problem is, which is great because then you can slowly work on that problem and try to fix it. And I think a lot of that problem comes with shooting in an indoor range. It's very hard to get used to. Pistol shooting in an indoor range, I don't like it. I was having an issue too. I was shooting too low. I was anticipating and pulling down just slightly. I was shooting about 1 inch below for most of it, and then other ones I was just off target. But outdoor range, it changes that mentality. You don't feel it as much because in indoor range is all trapped, just sound. vibrating off concrete walls, and
Yeah.
there's nothing to absorb the sound. So
Yeah, and I
you
was sweating
absorb the sound.
buckets in there.
You were sweating a lot.
I was like nervous, but I was also I couldn't tell if I was shaking because I was nervous or if I was like my arms are just weak
It's
and
both.
me holding it tight was like
Both.
making me shake. Yeah, it was probably both. I don't know. But after you get done, you just have this like weird. I feel like it's kind of like the similar feeling like after you play paintball or something. Like you just have like this come down of like adrenaline rush.
Yeah, it's probably a lot of like neurostimulators just
Yeah.
going all crazy in there.
Yeah.
I don't
When's
really
your
feel
next
that anymore.
paintball? You don't feel it anymore?
With paintball, I do.
Okay.
Not with shooting guns, though.
Not shooting guns. It's probably just because
Only if I'm doing new things, shooting guns. Like when we were doing the concealed carry pistol course. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
And I was absurdly focused. You have to focus on movement. You're jumping over things. You're peeking things at very, very slight angles just to hit one target. We had hostage situations set up. That was really cool.
Hostage situation.
Yeah. Like target in front of another target. You had to shoot the target in the back
Oh, okay.
without killing the hostage.
Dang.
Yeah, I was shocked that I did that one. So, because I ran 3.92 seconds, I dropped 3 targets and then 1 hostage situation, which was at about 20 yards, maybe 30 yards, which is very far away.
Yeah,
for a pistol, for me at least.
Because we were just shooting at 7, right?
Yeah,
we did
shooting
a
at
little
7.
bit at 10.
Yeah.
A little bit at 10. But yeah.
But you also experienced that it was fun.
I did.
Was it not fun?
It was. And you were like, you see why hillbillies like this.
Yeah. You
I was
have
like,
people.
I get it.
There are a lot of people who are like, why do you need to own guns? Okay, first of all, there is the whole self-defense, defend myself, hold back against my government, all of those reasons, all of the logical reasons. And then there is the reason why do you need to eat 2 pounds of food? Because I like it. That's your freedom, okay? Shooting guns is fun, and people like to look down on that aspect of it, but it is fun. It is fun to do. Like, just like people think that if you say shooting guns is fun, some people look at it as if that dude's like a serial killer. He likes to shoot guns. He likes to kill things. Like, no, it's fun just shooting stuff. First of all, you have a target you're aiming at.
I like trying to hit
and
the target.
You got to try to hit the target.
Yeah.
That's fun itself. It's a sport. It's a sport in itself. Shooting is literally a legit sport.
Yeah. It's just crazy just like because it's so I mean, obviously it's not dangerous if you're following all the precautions, but just like
No.
the stigma around guns and stuff and just in general like they are deadly, so it's just that's kind of scary to me still. But
Yeah, it should be.
yeah.
You should never pick up a gun and not be scared of what it's pointed at.
Yeah.
I told you a lot of the pistol safety rules is one of the big rules that I told you again about today is know your target and beyond. So if you're shooting at something, know what your target is and know what is beyond your target.
Right.
Because if you miss your target, it's going to go beyond. Sometimes even if you hit your target, it's going to go beyond. Like if there's an intruder in your house and I'm in the kitchen and intruder's in the office and you're at the front door, and you're shooting at the intruder, you need to know that your target's in front of you, but I'm behind him. You miss, you might hit me.
Yeah.
And you have
We
to
don't
know
want
that when you
that.
take the shot. Sometimes it might be worth it to take that shot. Sometimes it might not. And that's part of knowing your target and beyond. As well as never aim anything you're not ready to shoot. Don't put your hand on the trigger unless if you're ready to shoot.
Yep.
And you did a great job of that. You didn't break one safety rule the entire time.
Yeah,
You're
that's
very
my
cautious.
number one thing.
You're very cautious.
Like
But now you gotta have fun shooting some big boy guns. Because I think you'll like shooting an AR way more because
right. You said you don't even
nerves
feel like
affect you way less. Your nerves affect you way less
Yeah.
with a larger thing because you're being more supportive of it in different ways on your body.
It probably feels more secure.
It does. It
Yeah.
feels way more secure. The bullet is more accurate. It's just there's a lot of reasons why it's way more enjoyable. As well as if you're defending your home or something, it's
More
trust yourself way
accurate,
more.
you said?
After you use that and then you compare the same distance on an AR and a pistol, you're gonna be like, oh wow, if someone broke in, I'd way rather use that.
Yeah. Apparently it's more accurate because the barrel's longer.
Barrel's
See, I was
longer.
listening.
It's a different type of bullet as well. There's a lot of
Yeah.
things to play into it, but
Okay.
more stability.
Yeah.
But it was fun, right?
It was fun.
It was fun. So
Before I shot it, I was about to like pussy out and be like, I'm done. I'm not doing this. but
First
I
time I
did
ever
it.
shot was at an indoor range.
Yeah, I'm thirsty.
And
I finished my
at that-
coffee and I have to piss already. I'm sorry.
first time I ever shot was at an indoor range, and I was the same way. I had to sit there and watch my brother shoot for about 20 minutes. My brother and Matt shoot for about 20 minutes before I started
Oh my
shooting.
gosh, how long were you there?
2 hours.
Oh, that's a long time.
We had a lot of guns.
Oh, okay.
A lot of guns.
Did you all have your own lane?
No, we had 2 lanes. I didn't have a lane.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
own a gun at that time.
Okay.
And I went shooting like 2 or 3 more times, and I bought my first pistol. That was the first gun I owned.
You still have it?
But we just shot today.
Oh, that's the first one you ever bought?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I knew that.
I don't like to reveal information about all the guns we own. It's not a good idea. You don't want to tell everyone every gun you have.
Okay.
But it's fine to know I own a 9mm pistol.
All right.
It's
Sure.
safe enough to just tell them we own a lot.
We have a lot.
No, there are a lot of guns in this house.
No questions asked.
Everyone's got a new gun safe. Another new one.
Why?
Because I need a bigger one.
Oh, okay. Is he getting new guns? Or he just wants a big
He has a lot of guns. They just
Oh, yeah, that they
some
don't
of
even
it-
all
some
fit
of his
in there,
guns
right?
aren't even here.
Oh, okay. I didn't know I know he owned a lot. I didn't know he owned.
He used to be a competitive shooter.
Wait, for real?
Yes.
I didn't know this.
He shot
Did he do like
shotgun.
competitions and shit?
Yes.
That's cool.
He just did a charity shoot like 2 months ago. He shot a perfect 50 out of 50. Yeah. I mean, they basically have these little clay frisbees, basically. They shoot them into the air. And then you have like from a certain time to a certain time to shoot the target
Mm-hmm.
and destroy it before, whatever. And Jory shot perfect 50 out of 50.
Damn.
My brother shot like a 11. or
11 out
12.
of. Oh.
I don't know what he shot. He shot something bad though.
Oh my gosh.
Which is
That still sounds really hard though.
Jory shot a perfect.
That's
so-
crazy.
That tells you that he's a pretty damn good
Pretty
shot.
good shooter. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. So.
Yeah.
There's something else I was talking about. I forget what it was.
I don't know.
Me either.
Think about it while I go pee, please.
All right, yeah. You go pee. I'm gonna go. I have a list. I was just trying not to use it. I had a list of topics I want to talk to you about. Yeah. Yeah. So we got Sober October. If you guys want to let me know what your goals are. I've been posting updates on Facebook as well. Yeah, I opened Facebook because someone messaged me. But I've been posting updates on TikTok. I meant to say. This is so annoying trying to like find these things at the same time. Okay. That's what I want to talk about, dude. The fucking security guards at Fine Wine and Good Spirits in Philadelphia. I'm sorry if any of you motherfuckers listening, but like y'all don't do, for the most part. There are a few that are very nice and actually do stuff. For the most part, they don't do shit. So someone steals, they don't do anything anyway. They're not allowed to do anything. What's the point of security guard? They don't even open the door. I deliver wine to a lot of these places, and they don't open the door for me. A lot of them. There's one guy who does. He's super, super nice. I love the guy. He opens the door for me every time if I have a hand truck, and I'm trying to like wheel some stuff in. He always opens the door for me, which is like great. Like you're standing next to the door, you should probably do that anyway. Like that's your job. Half of them just sit on there on their phone the whole day. What the hell are they doing, man? They don't got shit to do.
I try to be fast. Guess what? This is the first podcast you can't tell me you're talking shit about me on.
I can talk shit about you right now.
I know, but I would already know. And I wouldn't have to go back and wonder what you said.
I always tell her after the podcast, I'm like, I talked shit about you.
I know, and the first time I was like, are you kidding me? And then after I was like, okay, sure. I think the only thing you really said last time was that I was a shit driver, which is true.
I can't think of what I was thinking about when I wrote down this note of things to talk about,
What do you mean?
but I know that it's true.
What is true?
And I'm sure I can come up with examples of it. Because I think there's probably the same thing that goes on for girls. There are a lot of things that guys are like, I don't like this. Like, I hate when girls do this. But in secret, they actually like when girls do that. Like when girls do girly things. A lot of dudes are like, girls always gotta, I don't know.
Why would
like,
you say you hate it if you like it?
that was what I want to talk about. Like, they're like, I can't think of any examples like right off the top of my head. Like things girls do that guys pretend like they hate.
Oh, okay. Was that like an ego thing or like you just
I don't know.
like
It's
what
more
is
like
it?
like it turned out like we were just trying to make fun of girls, but we actually like things that like guys make fun of girls for doing, but we actually like when they do it. Like like when
Maybe it's because
girls
it's like easy to call out.
I think one good example is, and this one's probably from like bro pressure, but like when a girl acts like lovey dovey to her man in front of the bros.
Oh,
I,
you know all the guys are fucking jealous, right?
yeah, but
Yeah.
like guys would be like, stop, like don't stop trying to kiss me on the cheek or whatever. Stop like acting giving me that wife energy when the boys are around. Like guys pretend like they hate that even though they love it.
You
It's
don't do
facts.
that to
I don't
though.
really do
You
that,
don't
but
do
like
that.
a lot of
Well,
other
I
people
mean,
do.
sometimes you'll be like,
I'm always at the attitude though.
you have attitude sometimes.
I always just act
It's
like
either all attitude or all like lovey dovey, like scratch my back shit.
I'm trying to think of other things that guys pretend like they hate that girls do. I had a good example. Should have wrote them down too.
Like guys pretend like they hate. I feel
Yeah.
like I pretend like I hate seeing. Well, I guess I don't pretend like I hate seeing couples like out like at Firefly. We saw all these couples and we were all taken, so we were all like crying and throwing up. But we like acknowledged that it was like cute, I guess. Unless they got on their boyfriend's shoulders or something, I'd be like, I can't fucking see. Annoying. But I had to admit that it's like, I mean, if you were there, I probably would get on your shoulders if you offered.
Yeah, probably would have.
Yeah.
You definitely would have.
Yeah. I'd be like, hell yeah.
Hell no, I'm never gonna Firefly though.
I know. I want you to go.
I don't want to go.
I want you to go.
Oh, not for me, bro.
What if we had a hotel?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe if there was a hotel and we had
Or an
mushrooms.
RV. Mushrooms.
Yeah,
My friend offered me mushrooms,
I'd do shrooms.
but I said no because no one else was in my group was going to do them. And also, I didn't feel ready. But
I'd do shrooms at concert. That's about the only way I'd go to a concert again.
yeah.
Unless it's Wit. I'd go to a Wit concert. I'm buying
You
2
wouldn't.
tickets at least.
Oh, I was
because
going to
that's
say
my
you wouldn't
concern.
smoke, and then I realized you don't even get affected by
Yeah.
weed.
I wish it did so I could like, because I always forget what it feels like to be high until I'm high again, which hasn't happened in quite a while. Last time I actually got high was in Atlantic City.
Did you ever hit my pen?
Yeah, think high off it.
Dude, are you serious?
Yeah.
Because that was
Remember?
dispensary weed. I mean, sometimes, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I
Okay.
definitely did it a few times.
The only
Back,
reason
it was
why I had a
back at
pen
your
is because,
other place.
yeah, the only reason why I had a pen is because, like, when I went back to my grandparents, I didn't want them to, like, smell or anything. But I do prefer, like, the actual flower. But I've kind of come off of smoking just because it makes me get in my head a lot. But I really like to do it when I'm at concerts or something like that, like doing something active or, like, hiking or whatever. Hiking? I did try doing it hiking or, like, going on a walk
This just
before.
sounds scary.
It was really cool, but then when it wears off, I got like so fucking tired and I was like, I can't do this.
Oh Lord.
It's scary if you don't know where you're going, but we knew where we were going, so it was okay.
You're playing paintball with me this month?
When?
I don't know. I have 2 more events this month.
Wait, can I get a ticket?
You might be able to play at this next one. It's this coming weekend. Week from today. Less than a week from today.
I don't think I'm doing anything. Yeah.
Because there's an event this weekend, then the weekend after that, there's nothing. I don't think. At least I'm not going to anything. And there's a weekend. There's one on my birthday weekend.
Okay.
And I'm not really sure if I'm going to both or none. If I go to the one in Steeltown, PA, down by Pittsburgh, I'm getting a hotel.
We're done with camping.
I'm done with camping. I used to love camping, and now
Ion
I just
camping
get,
was
like,
the last straw. I feel
yeah,
like.
well, it's just the second it starts to rain, and it gets
Yeah.
musty. It's just, I can't. After,
You were getting so fucking pissed at the mud and stuff.
because my head had such a fucking bad headache.
Right. We
Because
both
I
got
couldn't
so
sleep
sick too.
right on my neck.
Yeah.
I was so miserable, and now at this point, I'm like, I would rather do what I have to do to get a good night of sleep, or only play for one day and then not play the second day. Because of if I get a bad night of sleep, as I did at Ion, I will be miserable for the entire next day, and I will not enjoy any second of playing on the field, no matter how much fun it actually is. I will hate every second of it, and I'll just want to leave. So it wastes an entire day if I spend one night in uncomfortable sleep. Versus, and it's not even just like uncomfortable sleep, it's bad sleep. Like it causes really bad sleep. And after a day of exhaustion, it's just absolutely horrible. So I decided this past one to drive 2.5 hours home and then 2.5 hours back. And I was like, wasting this 5 hours driving is going to let me enjoy my play day tomorrow, an entire day, versus if I get a bad night of sleep, I might have an entire bad day. I'd rather waste the 5 hours. 100%.
Because
And I
then
did.
you probably felt so much more rested.
And when I thought about it, if it's more than 2 hours away, because of gas, I might as well just try to get a hotel
Yeah.
next time. Because of if it's 2.5 hours, that's like a full tank of gas, $60. A hotel at a lot of hotels are it's like $90 a night or $100 a night.
Mm-hmm.
So on top of just the gas money, I also save all the time, and my time is worth $30. The extra $30 that it would take on top of gas. So I'll just get a hotel at the next one.
Okay, yeah.
So
I don't know, man. I get how you're feeling with like not getting a good night's sleep makes the whole next day like terrible. Just cuz like oh my god, I had a lot of fun at Firefly, but also at one point I was just like I need to go home now. And we had like a whole other day left. But I was like I need to go the fuck home because I was so tired. I felt like shit. The air mattress was like fucking deflated, so I was sleeping on hard ground. Um,
I just reinflated it.
I could have just reinflated it, but like we had no food, we ran out of water, we had to buy like $15 fucking burritos every day. I was spending all my money on alcohol. My card got fucking flagged, so I had to start a tab with Ashlyn. Like. It was a mess, and you have to stand the entire day, and it's hot, and I was getting sunburned, and the tent was like filled with crumbs and shit. Like it was disgusting. And I will say, Firefly is a really like, if you're gonna camp, you're still gonna have fun because it's part of, like camping makes it a whole ass experience. And I still had a lot of fun, but yeah. The camping pissed me off, if I'm gonna be honest.
I was looking through my topic list.
What do you say?
I was looking through my topic list. So.
What's on your list?
Nothing else that we haven't really covered. Did you really put all those bottles all the way up top? You could just put them on the ground. I would have put them up there.
Oh, I don't know. I just stood on the chair, yeah.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to climb on that wood thing because I thought it would break. So I just stood on the chair.
Speaking of, so for our next party.
Yes, I'm so excited for this.
I think we're going to do a Halloween themed party. So it's going to be costumes. It's going to be the first. Let me go look at this real quick.
And I'm making Nate do matching costumes with me.
I don't care. You just get the costumes. All right.
They gotta be cute. I'll get your approval first.
So it's looking like it's probably going to be November 6th.
What?
Okay. It's looking like it's going to be November 6th.
That's
Saturday.
such a weird time to have a Halloween party, but we gotta do Sober October.
No,
so.
you can do it up to a week after.
Okay.
So it'll be December, or did I just say December? I meant November.
You said November.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll probably be Saturday, November 6th. And it's going to be a Halloween party. And then we're also on top of Halloween costumes, we're going to take everyone's phone. The only people with phones are probably me and Jory, just for safety reasons, or at least leave our phones out, easy access. And then we're going to hand out 2 disposable cameras and let whatever happen happen. And that should be a fun night. And hopefully we get blacked out. That'll be the first time I'll drink after ending sober October, so my tolerance will be
Tolerance is
zero.
gonna be so low. I'm gonna be
My
drunk
tolerance
after
is
2
gonna be absolutely
shots.
0. So that should be fun.
That's gonna be so fun. And I can't wait to see all the cool pictures too. You're getting the disposable cameras, the ones like the film? Or are you
Whatever
getting like
ones
digital?
they have. It doesn't matter. If it's
Okay.
digital, I plug it in and get them printed, I'll do that. I don't
Either
really
way,
care.
that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll buy a scrapbook just for the party.
Aw,
A
yeah.
party scrapbook. Um,
It's always so cool to see everyone's costumes too. I hope everyone dresses up.
it'd be cool to not have any pictures on our phones. Like, I think that makes
Right.
it makes the experience feel so unique and so exclusive.
And everyone will be so just like in tuned with the party and like the
Not
moment
on
and
their
stuff.
phones and not
Yeah.
texting their him, she, they, zers, whatever the fuck they're trying to text them.
My him will be here, so
Yeah, my him will be here too.
you're him.
Start a new job.
I did start a new job.
You're in the working world, the 9 to 5.
I just got a little
You're
nauseous.
a big girl now. How's that feel?
I'm gonna be honest. It feels there's a lot
ass?
of different. What? You want to guess?
Like ass.
Like ass? No, I mean that's kind of where I was going with it. But there's like a lot. There's a lot of different feelings going around it because my whole life, you just are like, I want freedom. Like I want to move out of my parents' house. I want to have my own money, whatever. All that part, like that whole part is nice because I finally feel like I have a little bit of grip on my life that I didn't have before. Even though I'm just living with you, it still feels nice to like not be at home or whatever. And feels nice not to have to write an essay every fucking week, whatever, that stuff. But at the same time, there's these like daunting thoughts in the back of your mind, like, this is it.
The constraints of freedom is what I call them.
Constraints of freedom.
There's so much you can do that there's so much you can't do.
First of all, jobs right out of college fucking pay like ass. At least in my major.
You mean they will not pay off 40K of debt in the next 5 years?
Probably not. So, yeah, that's the problem. Because you can get paid like the same amount to work at fucking fast food place or something. But I mean, obviously I don't want to do that. But still. Yeah, so I'm doing like recruiting, basically. I recruit for respiratory therapists. And like place them at different hospitals, get all their paperwork together, fill like shifts when they call out. Stuff like that. I really hope there's room for growth in the position in the company because I really like
I'm sure there is.
I really hope so because I will definitely get bored if this is all I'm doing.
I tell you, Amazon in our area right now, which is doing a similar thing, except for I'm working for like the shittiest reviewed company on Glassdoor and in history, basically.
What, Amazon?
Amazon, yeah, absolutely horrible
I
reviews
know.
for employees. Everyone says they hate it. A lot of people quit, and that's the reason why they have a crazy bonus right now. For drivers, they're offering in our area $22 an hour. Okay,
Yep.
that is slightly more money than what I make right now, as well as a $3,000 sign-on bonus after your first 4 weeks of 40-hour weeks.
See, I was like, when you told me that, I was like, I'm gonna quit my job.
Dude, that shit is doing like that shit's easier than what I do right now. But if the labor wasn't so like minimum requirement of deliver this many like there's some Jacob just got done doing that shit and he said he couldn't last a week.
I'm not gonna quit my job honestly because I don't want to do that, but it's still getting paid, more than I am now.
Load of money, man.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Right.
Plus that $3,000 sign-on bonus sounds great.
I know. I'd put that right into my car savings.
Yeah. Did I tell you were you there when I got offered a new car?
When you got offered a new car from Scott? Yeah. Yeah, the green one. I mean, that's not, at least you have a backup plan, right? Or if the
it's a backup plan.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'll keep it as. But yeah. Anyway, so I forgot what I was gonna say.
I don't know. How long has it been? I'm curious.
Since when?
Since we started the podcast.
Oh, an hour and a half. Hour and 4 minutes.
Okay. Wow, so I made it less than an hour before I had to pee. Nice to know.
Oh. Well, what did we do recently? There was something we just did in.
We've been doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, no, wasn't something else that we finally did recently?
I don't know. How long ago was it?
I don't know. We fucking chowed down the other night. I can tell you that. You got a gyro. I got a burger. We ate 24 wings.
Yeah, that was really nice.
We
That was
chowed the
after our
fuck
run,
down.
too, our first run
Yeah.
of Sober October. Yeah, we were fucking starving.
I was very, very hungry. I ate a lot of wings. I could have eaten more, but I stopped because I didn't want to feel sick. And I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to take the risk of feeling sick. I was like, I feel full. I still want to keep eating because these wings are good.
Yeah, I know.
But I
That's
didn't.
me too. I was like, I hit the wall and I was like, I could keep going, but I will probably feel sick. Oh, I ate 2-week-old green beans and threw up.
Oh, yeah. That was great.
That was interesting. I didn't know that they were that old, and I ate them. And I had just come back from the music festival, so I wasn't eating very regularly or a lot. So when I came back, I ate so much, and I thought it was that. Like I ate like a bunch of chicken nuggets. I thought I just ate too fast. But Nate was like, "What did you eat?" And I was like, "Chicken nuggets, green beans." And he was like, "Wait, green beans?" And
I
apparently,
was like, where'd you get the green beans from? She's like, the Tupperware container in the fridge. I was like, those were like 2 weeks old. I meant to throw those away, but I forgot.
yep.
Yeah.
And I threw up. Felt terrible.
Oh, you know what I forgot to say? I forgot to talk about our meal prepping.
Oh yes.
We're about to start meal prepping again.
Do we know what
Um,
we're making yet?
Nope.
Or no? Okay.
No idea. But I know we're gonna get lunch meats. We have some tuna here, so we can use that for a little bit.
For like our other half of the other half of the week, we're just gonna do like sandwiches and stuff.
So half our week is gonna be sandwiches and tuna, like either like lunch meat sandwiches, tuna
Right.
sandwiches, and then the other half of our week is gonna be something that we meal prep tonight. Which is gonna be something to do with chicken.
My coworker let me take pictures of this one cookbook, so we can look at those recipes. I forgot I had that.
Okay. Things that we can meal prep.
I don't remember. A lot of it was breakfast stuff that I took pictures of, but we'll see. Because they seem like really good recipes. So
Okay. You know we have a cookbook here, right? My boss gave me
no,
on the ledge.
we can look at that.
It looks like
too.
a Bible. It's seeing the ledge in the window.
Oh yeah.
It's a cookbook.
Okay.
It just looks like a Bible.
I thought it was a Bible.
Yeah, it's not.
I was like, who has a Bible here? Well, besides the one my aunt gave me for graduation. She gave me
yeah.
remember she gave me like the
Bible
recent
graduation.
graduates Bible or whatever. Yeah, she's super religious.
I want to go to Cherry Springs this winter.
What's that?
It's in Northwest PA. It's like the best view of the stars in PA.
Ooh, yes.
It's like it's almost
we
a
use your
zero
telescope?
dark zone. Yeah, no. There's actually a couple houses out there that have telescopes, observatories in them that you can
Ooh.
actually use,
Okay.
or ones that have telescope like pads that
Yeah.
are perfectly leveled and have good views with no trees around them. Purposely for their rentals for like literally the winter for using telescopes.
Okay. I love freaking looking at the stars when there's no light pollution or anything like
There's
the
none.
one
All the
one
lights,
lake
all the
house.
outdoor lights out there have to be this special type of red because red has the shortest wavelengths of light, that it stops light interference.
Oh, isn't that why photo developing rooms are red?
I don't know.
Oh,
I have no idea why they're red. I don't work with film. Never worked with film.
Oh, I did in high school when I took photography classes.
Yeah,
You have to
it's all fake.
develop it.
It's all fake.
Hey, it was fun.
It's magic. It's not even real.
What? What's not real?
Film.
Film? Okay.
I need to get back and start doing more photography stuff again. I'm going to. I just need to wait for the Sober October to be done.
Why? Oh, because we're busy
I'm
as
so,
fuck.
I'm so
Yeah.
focused. Plus, I like to my photography. I love the winter the most for photography.
Yeah, I was gonna
'Cause
say
everything's so
like you can
pristine and clean and white.
and right before the winter comes, you'll have all the cool fall colors still.
Yeah, that's usually when I take out my camera the most. If you look at all my photography, it's almost always fall and winter. But
What's a really good photo spot? I feel like there's one around here that we need to do.
I have a couple that I know. But
Okay. Nate, can we go to like a haunted house or like an abandoned house that we were gonna do before? Or
What do
can't
you
we do
mean?
that? Because the one you were talking about is like being destroyed, right?
yeah, it's being demolished
Is there another one?
a lot.
Okay, we'll find one.
I know some cool ones. Anyway, we gotta go with Jory though. These ones, because these ones require someone who's really strong to be with me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because we might get stuck. Not.
Oh.
There's nuclear bunkers. I know where it is. I have all the ones on my phone saved. Me and Jory talk shit about them all the time. But Yeah. Yeah, I just got the new GoPro 10.
You know.
New GoPro
Yes.
Hero 10. So I'm making paintball videos. I'm about to upload some paintball TikToks. Um, I'm ready for that. You've been playing Apex Legends.
Actually, the only time I was playing it was when I had that week in between my 2 jobs to do nothing.
Yeah, no, now you haven't played it at all.
I haven't played it in a
Now I
while
don't love you
because
anymore.
I really fucking suck.
You do. You suck horribly.
But I think I'm gonna start playing it again because it was actually kind of fun. And the one
You want to be a
night,
gamer. You got to learn.
I know. Well, I want a PC.
Yeah, well,
But
it's going to take time to build it.
I know. I
It
also
costs a lot of money.
want to play Sims because I used to play that. And the one night, I was like opening up my Origin and like starting up Sims. But I forgot my password, so I just gave up. And
Feels bad.
I know.
We can
But
build
yeah,
you a
I'll
PC.
play
I'll build
Apex.
you a PC.
Okay, I can
You got
help.
to pay for it.
I'll pay for it. But I also want to help building it because I just want to see, or I could just watch you, whatever.
No,
But
I'll make you build it.
oh, you'll make me build it.
Yeah, right in front of me.
You can.
But I'll help you pick up parts.
Okay.
It'll be fun to budget.
Okay.
Because you're going to go low budget.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it yet because I have to save a little bit. How
Yeah.
much was yours, right? How much was yours? Yours was like a lot of money,
Nowhere close to where your budget's going to
like
be.
3,000, 5,000.
I spent $3,000 upgrading it.
So to build it, it was like more.
No, but it was less than that. But
Oh, okay.
the upgrades were, as they sound like, upgrades. So they were not building an entire new computer. They were just certain parts. The problem is right now graphics cards are really expensive, but they're going back down. And
Yeah, that's good.
I know some people.
Okay.
We can get you a decent graphics card.
Will it look pretty like yours or no? Your computer.
And
'cause
make
you
it.
have the
It's more
pretty,
expensive to do
the
that,
pretty lights.
but you can do that. Buy smaller parts of different. Build you like the case can be like pink.
Okay.
Make you a cool case. We can get all the colors. Just like to make the colors look cool. Sometimes you have to spend extra money on extra parts, but it's fine because you can buy those parts after.
Okay.
Like I told you, I almost bought some from the Lee power cables, light up power cables like my brother has on his, which are really cool. I almost bought them. They're $60, but I didn't.
I don't know what you're talking about. The power cables. That your brother
You can
has.
make them light up rainbow. They look really fucking cool.
That's cool. Hell yeah. I really like the new LED lights you have for your room too.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of things you can do, but we can build you a decent PC. We have enough parts that we can.
Okay. I don't
build
know
you
where the
one.
fuck we'd put it.
And what we can do is, Jory has some old parts that we can technically sell to you, and he can just, give him $100 for, or not even. I think you can give him like $70 for his old Ryzen 5, which is great. That's what I used until like last year of Ryzen 5. Ryzen 5 1600X. Pretty good. Really, really good for your first PC. I use that processor for like 5 years. It was that good. I streamed and gamed with it.
Okay.
My new one is way, way, way better. But still, that one is a really great starter PC. And yeah, we could do that. The hardest thing that would be to do is a graphics card. That'd be get a nice, pretty case. Get some cool things that light up for inside of there. Or some cool RGB fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you just replace the fans that are in the case with rainbow fans, like you're spending like $10 on each fan. If you need 4 of them, you spend $40 on fans.
I like the rainbow fans.
Yeah, so then you get rainbow fans. Then you buy the power cables, they're $60.
Okay.
You can do 2 sets of them for 2 different things. So you spend like $180. You can make it look decked out, pretty colors.
Yay. Okay, sounds good. What was the thing you were talking about that we did for the first time recently?
No idea.
Like, I'm trying to remember. We did resin pouring.
We did resin pour, but we did that in Florida.
That was like a long time ago in Florida.
I don't know. I don't remember what it was. Anal?
Dang. Anal? First time.
No,
but
but I did. Yo, we think I got a UTI.
which,
fucking-
first of all, I am like so jealous that men don't get UTIs as bad. Because
I didn't know
literally,
men like could really. I thought it was like almost impossible.
I know you did.
But
You were like,
apparently
nah, I
I
don't
got
have a UTI.
one. I think. I'm not really sure.
But you really shouldn't let it go too long because it can spread to your kidneys. So you should.
Well, then I'll die. And you carry on the podcast for me.
Oh my god.
I mean, like, you can just carry on the podcast for me. Would you do that if I died?
Yeah, I would.
You would? You just have to get all the login information.
Yeah. I got you.
The story.
Oh, okay.
In the group chat.
Into house group chat. Or the sober activity.
You see this game of beer pong I set up? I lost against both of them by 1.
Wow.
I was shitting on them.
2-on-1.
Dude, this year is so much harder for Sober October than last year. Last year, I was like, I didn't even really have a craving to drink except for at my paintball events when all my buddies were drinking around me.
Yeah.
But I still lived with my mom, and I think that was part of the reason why. Now that I live here, it's like, especially after yesterday, after working all day, I wanted to come home and just sit back with the Heineken. We're like right on the podcast, kind of want to sit back with the Heineken. It's not that crazy of a thing right now, though, but.
Last year I lived with my grandparents, so it wasn't that hard not to drink either.
Now it's like.
It's like.
It's not that it's hard to not drink. It's just like, it's weird. I'm like, I really wish I could have a drink right now.
And you can't.
Yeah.
It's not like we're like going crazy either. We're just having like a drink or two.
Yeah. I really enjoy like drinking a half a beer.
A half a beer and just leaving empty cans.
Letting the other half a beer rot, you know,
Yeah.
go bad by the morning. I wake up in the morning and there's a half a beer still sitting on my desk. I'm like, I don't really care. It was worth that half a beer.
It
Totally
was
worth it.
Sometimes I'll get like the White Claws out of the fridge and leave them next to the bed and never drink them.
Yeah, you never even crack them open.
I never even crack them open. I'm like, yeah, I just want to sit back, relax, and then I fucking just fall asleep.
Oh.
You good?
No, I hurt
Your
my back yesterday.
Still hurts.
Yeah, it
From
hurts.
moving those 600-pound rocks.
Dude, my family was like, we were lifting up a liner for the pond, a thick like I don't want to say rubber, but it's like rubber latex kind of.
Right.
And she was like, "That's
She's like-
600 pounds. You guys can't lift it." And me and my brother picked it up. We were like, "Dude, this is like 250 pounds maybe." So they were like 600 pounds. Like, this 600 pounds is so heavy. Then we went to go lift a rock, and the rock, she was like, "Oh, that thing's only like 400, 500 pounds." We're like, "Bitch, this thing's like 700 pounds." What do you mean?
Like, that's actually like 600
Yeah,
fucking
like
pounds.
that's actually heavy. Me and my brother did not struggle at all to carry the liner, but then we struggled immensely trying to lift that rock. My back hurts so bad from that.
I was so worried about your back.
Yeah, it hurt.
Yeah. There were some big ass rocks. I don't know how they're moving. Like, how is your mom and Scott moving those giant rocks themselves?
They're sliding them.
Okay. With the blanket
They're not
thing.
really, they're not really picking them up for a long period of time.
Oh, okay. They probably have
They're rolling them, sliding them, struggling with them, breaking their ankles on them.
Oh my god.
See my mom's ankle?
No.
It's like bruised from here all the way down to her bottom of her foot.
Oh my
She dropped a rock on it.
god.
Giant rock.
Oh, she was wearing long pants. I didn't notice.
We pulled it up.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's so annoying. I'm so like happy that we only moved those small rocks. We could have gotten so much more done.
You used
too.
one giant one. Yeah, I mean, you moved one giant one, but
No, we moved a few. We moved like 2 or 3.
oh, okay. But yeah, those small
Those-
rocks. I was shoveling rocks into a bucket with my hands so we could move it to the giant pit of rocks that's gonna be used for the filter. It's actually like really, really cool. Like the pond she's building, it's awesome. It's like a giant natural filter that streams
Here's the
into
thing.
like a regular giant pond.
I'd rather just look at it after. I don't want to do the work.
Yeah,
That's too much.
I know. I want to see it after when it's done.
Mine-
But
It's so like if it was as simple as like get all those rocks in this hole, like it was yesterday, I didn't even feel like it was work.
right,
It
like
was
that
so
was
easy.
fine. That was
It was
fine.
easy. It was 30 minutes per ton. We were moving 1 ton every 30 minutes. That's 2 tons an
Okay,
hour.
the 1 ton took like an hour though.
It's because if no one was working.
No one was working,
just
and
me.
also we had to rinse off the like dirt and shit.
Yeah, like it was just me. So like, it took longer. They took longer, but like when we were actually all doing stuff, it was taking like 30 minutes a ton.
Right.
We moved like 5 tons, like 10,000 pounds in like 3 hours.
That's crazy. That's crazy to think that entire hole was just filled with rocks.
Yeah, a lot of rocks.
Yeah.
But like, it was that easy. But then when you get to the big rocks, it's like, oh, it's so hard. You spend 20 minutes just moving one rock.
She has a lot
One
of those
fucking
too.
boulder that's like this big, weighs 500 pounds. You spend like 20 minutes moving that and trying to get it to where you need it to.
Yeah.
Because the logistics of moving that is so difficult. When the logistics of moving it, like buckets of rocks, is not hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's straining on your back and your muscles and stuff, but it's not hard, and it's very short and simple. Moving those rocks, you have to move it here. Don't like it, now you have to move it back. Now you spent 20 minutes for you spend a lot of time for a little bit of work, and it just sucks. And that's why I hate doing that. And then like she never likes it where it is, and it's just not straightforward. It's a lot of standing around waiting.
Right, she has to look at like the shape of the rock and like match it up
It
to
just gets so annoying. That's
the
why
whole
I hate that part.
aesthetic.
Absolutely hate that part.
Yeah.
She wanted us to be there today, still working that today, but thankfully she's understanding that she can't call me on a Wednesday afternoon on my way home from work and say, "Hey, what are you doing this weekend? I need you for the whole weekend." Saying that you can't come and help is not a proper response, and I'm not accepting that. Like you can't say that, Ma. I have a whole weekend that I've planned since Monday.
Yeah.
You know, that you gotta tell me 7 days in advance if you want me for the whole weekend.
Yeah, because we plan our weekends like.
It's like Sundays. I'm not available to book
usually.
anything on Sundays really anymore because I have the podcast. We have a 2-hour date, and it's meal prepping.
Right.
It's 3 things that take about half my day, as well as during this month running.
Right.
So like I'm busy every Sunday. They don't have time every single Sunday to be like planning for more than a half day. But you don't understand that.
No, it's okay.
I feel tired. I want to go to sleep.
I feel tired too.
Ugh.
I've been getting terrible night sweats. I don't know if you noticed.
I've been having some great night sleep dreams.
Yeah, you've been having some good dreams, haven't you?
Yeah, me and Lisa Ann, you know.
Oh God, I had the most terrifying dream last night that I was trying to tell you about in the car, but we almost like died, so you didn't hear what I was saying.
Dude, the guy behind us, we're leaving or we're going into the range.
I didn't even notice this
There's
was
a
happening.
black Volvo behind me. He did not realize my blinker was on, and I was stopped waiting to turn. This motherfucker came speeding. He had to get on the right side of the road where he swerved off to. It's a hill. He had to go partly up the hill, and I saw him coming in hot. So I pulled forward even further to the point where when I made my left turn, I had to kind of turn backwards to get into the driveway. I pulled forward because I saw it last second. He barely didn't hit me, and I was like, "Whoo!" She was sitting here talking a story, and she didn't realize I was paying attention at all because this guy behind me was just flatlined in the back of my car.
Yeah. He was like, I didn't hear a word you just said because we almost just died.
I'm like, you have no idea. This motherfucker behind us almost went through our back, through his windshield, through our back windshield, and then 200 feet down the road because he was coming in hot, dude. Like he had to be going like 50 or 60 up to us around that bend.
Holy
And we're at a
shit.
standstill, and our car was slightly bigger than his.
That would have been our
SUV.
second car accident together. How romantic.
Yeah, this one would have been my fault though.
Yeah. Yeah. I love how you say it's your fault now because before you were saying the lady was being like
No, it's still no.
She still was being
no. They declared it.
literally
They
a
declared it
bitch,
a
but-
45-55% accident. It was
Okay.
55% my fault, 45% her.
because she did like
Yeah, no.
she acted like she was
She
gonna
was in the
go.
lane of travel.
right.
She was in the lane of travel.
You
For
weren't
all
looking.
of you guys listening, we were coming off an off ramp of a major highway onto a secondary highway, and we were both in the turn lane. And she was in front of me in the turn lane, and I was rolling up. And she started to gas up as if she was gonna go. She decided to slam on her brakes and stop. When her front left tire was in the lane of traffic, as if like she was merging, but she slammed her brakes and stopped to the point where other cars that were in the lane of traffic did swerve around her. I did not notice this. And I was busy looking left to see if I was clear to go because I thought she had just went. Because I had looked at her and I started her start rolling forward. So I started looking away, and still in my periphery, I saw her keep going forward, which turned out to be she slammed on the gas, then slammed on the brake. And I was quite literally went from a stop and started rolling forward. And as I was looking to my left, watching them, I rolled into the back of her car. She had almost no damage at all.
She had a freaking scratch, dude.
Yeah, like it was literally a scratch, and I had my headlight had hit her, so my headlight shattered. But it wasn't really any damage. It was a $20 headlight that I bought and put back in. But they declared the accident like that, and insurance paid it out like
whose
that.
fault was it more than? Who was the 55?
I was 55.
Damn.
But she threw it was whatever. But
She threw a fit.
yeah, and she wanted to be
She
an
was
absolute
not
bitch to me.
cooperating. Yeah.
Because I said to her, I was like, "Hey, are you okay?" She's just busy yelling. You're gonna say it's my fault, this, that. And I'm like, I was asking if you're okay. Shut the fuck up and answer the goddamn question, or else I'm gonna stop caring about you in about 2 seconds.
And you tried to give her your number.
And then I tried to give her my number, my information. I was like, "Do you want my number, my information? I'll wait for the police." Nope, no, 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 no. Gets back in her car, and then she starts complaining to her husband. He won't even give me his name or his information. I said, "Excuse me, bitch. I did give it to you. I was talking to her husband. I was like, your wife's being an absolute cunt right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I did offer her my number and my name and my information, by the way, but she said no, no, no. And I was asking if she was okay. She was just busy complaining about the situation. Shit like this happens. We'll get it sorted out. But she's being an absolute bitch about this. So she can go fuck herself. Go tell her to calm down. Like, basically, is what I said to him. I think I said his wife was being a bitch to him. Not she's being a cunt, but I really wanted to say his wife's being a cunt. But
Gets
it
the point
is what it
across
was.
more
You know.
strongly.
What?
Yeah, I said Kant gets the point across more strongly.
It's whatever. She was old. She was old, stuck in her ways.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. So apparently it's not normal to have diarrhea.
Yeah, you're not supposed to have diarrhea every day, and
I have it just about every day.
yeah, that's not normal. That's really not normal. You're
That's
very
okay, right?
lactose intolerant too, so that probably contributes to it.
Yeah, I'll get around to that eventually.
Your
I'll
farts
stop
are
eating cheese.
nasty.
No, they smell great.
They are
Fumigating.
rancid.
We killed a bunch of wasps last night too.
Oh yeah, that was. Oh my god, there were a lot of wasps.
I killed them all with ant and roach spray. I didn't even have
Yeah,
wasp
that
spray.
stuff
Ant
made
and
me
roach and
sneeze
that-
for like an hour. But
It's probably good to breathe in.
yeah, it's probably
I drink
really,
it.
really good and cancerous.
Some crazy shit. Talk about some crazy shit.
Like what?
Like you've seen the videos of Joe Biden talking, right?
The videos of Joe Biden talking?
Yeah.
I
and
haven't
he, like,
watched any recently.
He says like weird shit and it doesn't make sense.
How his sentences don't like
Wait, did you see the one where it was him when he was running
form
for president?
normally.
We'll
What?
never make people get vaccines. It's not legal.
Oh, I've seen the ones where like when he was younger, he'll say something.
No, there are ones from when he was running for president in the beginning
And-
of his presidency where he was saying,
Yeah.
we cannot legally require everyone to get a vaccine. We'll never try to force everyone to get a vaccine. And now he's doing it.
Oh, and now he's doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's videos of him saying that in the public, like not in private, not in email, just like him standing in front of a podium saying that. And now he's trying to do that, forcing every company. That's crazy.
Most people in politics lie. They really do. But the fact
They do.
that yeah, I mean, you can look back at anyone and find proof of them lying, I feel like. But
Not Bernie. I don't like Bernie.
Bernie, yeah, Bernie's a good man though.
I don't support anything. Most of the things Bernie stands for, I don't support. I don't think that any of the ways that he likes to he wants to tax the rich, or any of the systems that he wants to put into place, I don't agree with them. But you go back like literally like 30 years, and he's still saying the same things he says today.
Right,
And
he's
some of them are
very
even partly
consistent.
rectified. Some of his stances have changed slightly, but for the most part, he's not 180 flip flopping. And he's stood on the same moral ground for the most part that he's always stood on. So if someone's gonna be there, at least you know what you're gonna get from, or you think you know what you're gonna get from him if he does go into office.
Right.
It is fucking crazy. I don't know if you know, but the government's gonna shut down in a few days, like 9 days or so, if they don't pass a bill for a debt ceiling, because of right now, the government's gonna run out of money.
Wait,
They
what?
can't. Yeah. So you know how we have the budget. You know how there's like a budget that's passed.
Right.
When they pass the budget, they eventually reach that budget. Once they reach it, you need to make a new budget, or else you run out of money. You can't pay anything anymore. So all government-run things shut down. All government employees stop showing up to work. They do not get paid anymore. All government, services shut down. They don't get paid anymore. And they have to come to an agreement for a new debt ceiling. How much debt they're gonna accept. And the government's gonna shut down sometime this month if they don't reach that conclusion. And right now, they're not reaching that conclusion. Democrats are proposing a new debt ceiling and a new budget and stuff like that, but Republicans, for the most part, are saying no. But it's due to the things that they're including in it. when you look at the stack on how big the one they're proposing is, it's literally like this big. And inside of there is these bills for vaccines, for requiring vaccines and certain things. And there's a bunch of stuff in there that Republicans aren't agreeing with. And that's the reason why they're declining it. Not because they want the government to shut down. But if you watch the right wing media is only going to tell you, all the bad things that they're trying to get through with it. And the left wing's only going to tell you, they want our government to shut down. They want the gas, because when the government shuts down, gas prices are going to go up. A lot of things are going to change. Produce is going to go up. Everything's going to become more expensive. And a lot of people are going to be out of work if they're government employed. And people on the left, like CNN media, is going to tell you, they want to shut down America. They want the government to shut down. This, that, and the other. And if anything, I think the fucking politicians not getting paid for that, they should not get paid for that time. I forget how the situation works, but I think most of them still get paid, even through government shutdown. The second you take away their paycheck, they'll work real hard, night and day, to make sure that gets passed, so they start getting their paychecks again. But the left-wing media is just going to tell you, they want the government to shut down. They want the American people to suffer. They don't want to get this bill through, and they only talk about the good things. They won't talk about the bad things that are snaked in there, in that giant stack of papers.
Yeah. First of all, wait, I was thinking of a couple things. When was the last time the government shut down? That happened
Yeah, it happens almost every 4 years.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I remember last time.
It was 2018.
Yeah, I remember last time that happened.
2017, 2018.
And then, what else was I saying?
Actually, no. It was before 2016. I think it was 2015. Was the last time the government shut down. It was before Trump was in office, I think. I don't think it ever shut down when Trump was in office. Not that that's his fault, but
I don't know. I don't know. But
he's doing.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, the left is gonna be like, the right's fucking stupid. The right's gonna be like, the left's fucking stupid.
No, my original guess was correct.
Wait, what was it? 2018?
It's 2018. Yep.
Okay.
The last time it shut down was December 22nd of 2018 to January 25th of 2019. It was a 35-day shutdown.
God damn.
And it was the longest U.S. government shutdown in history.
Oh my God. So they're shutting it down.
It has to do with budget. When they run out of money,
yeah,
they can no longer pay people because they don't have money.
I thought you said it also has to do with the bills they need to look through.
No.
Sorry, I shouldn't be touching
the reason for most of these government shutdowns is due to there not being a budget. So if I give you my card and I say your budget's $100 for the whole month, and you spend $100 by the 15th, you can no longer go to work because you have no gas. You can't fill your car with gas. You don't have money to spend. You can't buy food. You can't do anything because you have no money. Anything that requires money, you can't do. So any employees that you have to pay, you can no longer pay. Any gas you need to pay for, you can't pay for until I approve you to get more money. So until the government agrees.
Where are they? Okay, where the fuck is the government getting
debt?
The money
they borrow
from?
it.
From where?
Other countries.
Okay. This is what the fuck? There's just how we borrow money from other countries?
Yep.
Do we ever pay it back?
No.
I don't think so.
Debt has never gone down.
Yeah.
That I know of.
I don't.
Every 4 years, it still keeps becoming a bigger number. That's all I know.
And then don't other countries borrow money too?
Yep.
It's just this constant cycle of debt. I think the entire world is just in a negative balance.
Probably. I have no idea.
I don't really.
Sure, I think every country that I can think of has some kind of debt to another country.
Oh my God. Okay.
But the thing is, nothing will ever be done on that debt. We owe China a shitload of debt. China's never going to act on that.
I mean, honestly,
China needs the U.S. economy to work.
Okay.
If we go under, so does a lot of China.
Oh.
We're China's number one business partner.
Yeah.
So.
Makes sense. Okay. I forgot what we were talking about.
Well, politics are fucking stupid.
Politics? We've been talking about politics a lot lately, haven't we?
Well, because it's taken over our fucking world. Our day-to-day life
I'm so goddamn fucking sick of hearing this shit, but you have to talk about it.
It's just dumb that I can't do anything anymore without having to think about how the government is forcing me to do. They're enacting on my daily life now.
Right. So here's me and Nate. basically, or okay, I saw this picture that like described it
Well, I
pretty easily.
don't talk about vaccination yours vaccination status or anyone else's vaccination status.
Right.
But besides that, like don't talk about your vaccinations. You can talk about how you feel about it. Just don't talk about your actual status, what you are and what you
Is
are.
there a reason for that? Just as no one's
So you
business.
can tell everyone else to fuck off who wants to say something about you.
True. That's no one's business. Okay.
Yeah, it's not your business.
HIPAA, bitch. No.
Exactly.
So, I don't know.
What are you gonna say?
I forget.
You're talking about a meme picture you saw that described our relationship.
It was just I can't describe the exact thing, but they were talking about the vaccines, and they were like, together we just believe in choice. Okay. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Remember that picture I told you about? So,
I find it hilarious that
it's just like, first of all, I don't even know. Okay, like, even when the pandemic started, everyone was like, no one really knew what was going on.
yeah.
No one knew what was going on. And now we have more evidence of like how the vaccines work, how masks work, and or don't work, right? Because there has been like things leaked that say masks like don't even work at all.
Not even leaked. It's at this point public knowledge. Fauci talked about masks not working in his private emails when we thought they still did work. Originally, when the masks first became a thing, we all thought they did work. I believed that they did work.
Me too.
And then you have Fauci and independent research companies and all these other things showing you how masks don't work. And the principle behind why they don't work is simply because of the air particles are containing that we breathe. After we breathe them out, if we're infected with COVID, the COVID is attached to the air particles. Okay? It's not these giant slobs of spit.
See, that's what I thought they were for, because I thought the COVID was like in the spit. Like your spit particles, like when you're talking.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, but they are sure it is too. In larger like
right.
water
That's what I thought
too.
they were
but
for.
The thing is, when you're breathing out, all of the air you're breathing out, for the most part, contains some trace of COVID. Okay, so when you're wearing a mask, even if you're wearing a shitty mask or a good mask, air is coming. It's not all going through the mask. Okay. Just talking about the air that goes around it, up through the nose, out through the bottom, out through the sides. That air is not filtered at all. So even if the mask did filter it out, there's a lot of that air that's going around. Only some of it's going through. Okay? And then, go on top of it, these particles are too small for the mask to filter out anyway. They are going through the mask just as the air is going through the mask, because they are that small. That's how respiratory diseases and infections work. It's not through giant chunks of spit.
What about the N95 mask?
There's very conflicting research in that. Even conflicting research that the CDC has released is conflicting.
Okay.
They like to hide 4 of these studies that were very conclusive in the fact that masks don't work, including N95. 4 of them. They paid for a bunch of studies, and they hide some studies and show other ones. And they, instead of just releasing all 4 and saying, we don't know if we should trust these 4 because of these exact reasons. They don't say that. They just say, we're not going to release those 4. Because they don't want any other narrative. And then you have CNN, and you have health.gov, and you have cdc.gov, and all these other websites talking about ivermectin as a horse paste, when they damn well can easily type in ivermectin and see that it won a Nobel Peace Prize, the most distinguished award in the entire world that you can win, arguably.
Right, it is.
It's the only uncontested award that is ever given out every so often. Like, you win a Nobel Peace Prize, you're a renowned, studied, researched, well-spoken about person who is distinguished in your field, known as one of the best experts, and you're being acknowledged globally for the accomplishment you've made in your field of science. Like, you don't win a Nobel Peace Prize for fucking learning how to pee in the toilet without hitting the rim. Okay? It won a Nobel Peace Prize for its use in humans, not for its use in horses, okay?
Which it is also used for horses, but that's not the one you're supposed to use.
But then they developed it for humans, and it helped cure a ton of things.
Right.
River blindness, in all types of things in humans, and it won a Nobel Peace Prize for it. And they know this. It takes 2 seconds for anyone at CNN to look this up. So to speak out this defamation of Joe Rogan for using horse paste, and then to make up these articles of people overdosing on ivermectin horse paste in this
Which has never happened
hospital
ever.
in this hospital in Oklahoma, then the hospital in Oklahoma has to release a statement and say the CNN article was saying that, or a couple left wing ones were saying this hospital in Oklahoma is unable to treat gunshot patients because of the amount of overdose victims that are coming in from overdosing on ivermectin horse paste. They're unable to treat gunshot victims because their beds are filled with ivermectin overdose patients. Then the Oklahoma hospital, the one that they're talking about, releases a statement that says, we have not had a single case of ivermectin overdose ever. Our beds are not overfilled because of that reason. We were unable to treat one gunshot victim, or however many it was, gunshot victims, because of our ICU beds were full. Not from COVID patients, and not from ivermectin overdoses. Just because our beds were full, we were delayed to treatment of a gunshot victim, or some gunshot victims or something. Had nothing to, or our beds were, I forget what the exact statement was, but it was like they were overfilled for other reasons, or they were overfilled from so many gunshot victims in one short period of time.
Mm-hmm.
They had not a single case of ivermectin overdosed. Not a single one.
That's good.
Okay? But CNN twisted this article in such a way that was blatant lies. Not even like regular media twists, like, oh, there was one gunshot victim that couldn't be treated, and there was one patient who was an ivermectin overdose. So we're going to spin that this way. Not even that. There was not a single ivermectin overdose in the hospital. And the hospital had to come out and say that themselves because of CNN wanted to lie about it so bad. And then they want to come out and speak slander about Joe Rogan because he took ivermectin and got better in 3 days, tested negative in 5 days.
Didn't they edit the video to make him look worse, too?
They color corrected his Instagram video, to make him look more sick as well.
That's fucked.
And I hope, it looks like he is suing them for defamation, but I hope he really is, because fucking big media needs to pay for the slander they're putting out here that's stopping the people from getting real fucking news anymore. Both sides. I mean, I think for sure it's easy to see the left-wing media is blatantly making up shit and lying. Right-wing media is just not covering shit and wording things in ways that makes it look different than what it is, and not releasing certain facts. While the left-wing media is just straight up lying. Just straight up lying, making stuff up. Like this whole Oklahoma horse paste overdose. Literally, that is entirely a lie. There's not a single ounce of truth in that.
That's crazy.
Like, that's criminal type shit.
That's insane. I don't know.
It's absurd.
And, I mean, I listened to Joe Rogan's podcast where he talked about ivermectin.
Yeah. And there's a lot of things.
He was talking to a doctor.
Yeah.
And they were talking about all the studies that back up, like how many people got better from taking ivermectin. Human ivermectin. Just for a disclaimer, if you're gonna take it, you have to go to your doctor and get it prescribed.
Get a prescription, yes.
Get a prescription.
That's the way you get the ivermectin that that they talk about in these studies. I mean, like you can I think it's I forget the name of the website. But Brett Weinstein is behind it. He's a scientist and doctor. I think he's a scientist. But he's working with a couple doctors as well who have treated quite a large number of patients in combination. And they have like 46 studies or whatever that they've cited. And they have linked information for and support for and arguments for. And it's just, when it comes down to it and you look at the information, even assuming that ivermectin doesn't do much, which I think would be a long shot to say, based on the studies and research that they've shown themselves, the risk incorporated with taking ivermectin, human prescribed ivermectin, is very low. There's not a very large risk at all. I mean, like, this is a drug that won the Nobel Peace Prize, and it was given to kids in Africa. And, I mean, I don't know how many deaths it's been related to, but it's such a small number that CNN isn't even focusing on that number. I don't even know if there is any ivermectin-linked deaths.
I didn't know about this. Yeah.
So I can't give you
Okay.
exact numbers, but I don't even know if not even sure if there is any like direct linked deaths to ivermectin. From what I understand, I don't think there are.
I don't know. And the side effects that I looked at were very minimal, like
Their common
fever, headache,
side effects are very minimal and are
s-
very
yeah.
minor.
Yeah.
Um, and when you look at that versus in some of these studies cite 86% increase in preventability in terms of it taking as a preventative to not get COVID. In some studies, we're showing up to over 86%. That's better than the vaccine. So the
Right,
fact
because the vaccines at like, I think Pfizer's at like 75, right?
I don't know the exact number. It
Or like
changes
that's
by
like
day.
effectiveness or
It
something.
changes by day and by
But
state and by age range that you're looking at,
okay.
which I think is
Or is it
an
95?
accurate way to look at it. I think
I don't know.
is to
I
evaluate
don't
risk by
remember.
age and by population density.
Yeah.
But either way, the vaccine's done a great job at keeping people out of the hospital when they
Mhm.
do get it. And I think that's part of the reason why things are being underplayed, because of you're still containing the virus. You get the vaccine, and you're still containing the virus, and you're still getting COVID and still circulating in your body a little bit, not as much. And then you're still giving the chance of giving it to other people, just as you are if you don't have it. But you're not getting sick, and you're not going to the hospital. And because of that reason, I'm sure the virus is dying off inside your body quicker, and you're probably spreading to less people. But that's not to downplay the fact that you're still
You can
contracting the
still
virus,
spread
and you're
it.
still spreading it.
Right.
But you're just not getting sick because of it, and that's why a lot of people don't notice.
I
And I
mean,
think
it's good that it's stopping a lot of like severe illness and deaths.
it's doing a great job at that, and I think that's a good thing.
Right.
But the fact that we're offering this as the only solution, especially to people who are in certain cases where they don't want to get it or
can't. They don't want to,
like,
or they can't. Whatever. Yeah.
yeah, like for whatever reason.
There should be other
Although
options.
alternatives being talked about, physical wellness, think ways to support your immune system to help fight these things off better. Because as Joe Rogan and many other comedians, Dave Chappelle included, are showing, and Dave Chappelle is in a minority group that the virus is affecting drastically more. African American and Black people are being affected disproportionately by COVID, for a multitude of reasons. Not talking about vitamin C, not talking about physical fitness, not talking about health, not talking about the importance of having like well balanced zinc levels or vitamin C levels or vitamin D levels, or or talking about and publicly looking into ivermectin. Instead, that you're gonna claim you're looking into it in the background, and who knows if you actually are or not. And instead you're just gonna denounce it as if it's a bad thing when it has low risk, high probability of reward. Its reward could be very high. Its risk is very low.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a low risk for a possibility of a great reward, which should make it a decent look. Like, it should make it something that you should be well worth looking into and talking about publicly, because it could actually save lives. And if it, I'm not talking about telling people to go out and just get it, and not encouraging people to go out and get it, but saying like, we've seen some promising things with this, or like the monoclonal antibodies, which Biden has now claimed to limit in Florida because they were giving out so many doses in Florida, claimed to limit for supply reasons because they don't have enough to give to everybody. Turns out that doesn't look to be true. And they're limiting this in Florida when it's shown to have very promising results. That's what Joe Rogan had done. That's what Dave Chappelle had done. They both got better and were testing negative in 5 days. Less than 5 days, they were testing negative. Feeling better, in Joe Rogan's case, in less than 3.
What's the point of limiting it? I feel like they should promote anything that helps COVID.
Well, it's dangerous to promote things that you don't know will help.
Okay.
Because you might make people rely on that when it might not be safe to. And that makes sense to not promote it. But don't, as the CDC or as the WHO, you shouldn't.
Oh, yeah, promoting's different.
You shouldn't denounce it.
I meant cover. They should cover it.
Say, hey, we're doing
way.
some research into ivermectin.
Okay.
It's not bad, but we don't know if it's good. Be wary.
Yeah.
But we're looking into it because it might have a promising future with COVID. But then instead they say, don't take ivermectin. It's bad. It's not going to help you. It's meant for horses. It's this and that. That is false media.
Right, because then if they come back and realize it does help, or like they
makes
wanna,
it look like you were lying.
Yeah, it makes it look kind of bad.
And like the mandating masks again, is absurdly stupid. After they know it doesn't work. But sure, whatever. Mandate masks so that you can make people feel safer. Sure. But why don't we try to encourage people to be outdoors instead? Not trying to force more people to be indoors and to lock down, because if that's where COVID spreads the most.
COVID spreads the most indoors.
There's no
right.
evidence to show that COVID spreads outdoors at all. At all.
What do you mean?
There's no evidence to show that COVID spreads outdoors.
Why not?
Whatsoever. Because when you breathe out, it gets dispersed into a large volume of air. Indoor, it's a limited
sure
quantity.
Someone has still gotten it, like,
there's no evidence.
There's outdoors.
As much as that seems logical to think, there's no research that shows that COVID spreads outdoors whatsoever.
No research. Okay.
Yep. No outdoor festivals show upward cases.
Right. I didn't get COVID from Firefly.
Well, you don't know. You didn't get tested.
True.
You could have it, just no symptoms.
I could have had it. I never, like, to my knowledge, I've never had it.
But
I could have.
You could.
Because some people don't get symptoms.
Yeah. So, like, you don't know.
Right.
But there's no research to back up that COVID does spread outdoors.
Interesting.
So why not promote more outdoor activities, which I think that they've done. They did at first in the beginning, but now.
Yeah, like outdoor dining and stuff. That was nice.
Yeah,
I missed that.
Let's go back to winter, though. It's just going to be rough.
I know, so I'm not trying to dine in freezing weather, but yeah. That was really cool. You know what they should keep doing, though? They have those, like, little, like, heated outdoor, like, personal rooms. Did you see those? Yeah. Those are so cool. I like those.
And it's helped a lot of people focus on cleanliness, too.
What do you mean?
A lot of people were, like, not cleaning, not washing their hands.
Oh, right. Yeah. It should promote more, like, wiping sanitizing your surfaces, sanitizing your hands. So that's always good. My grandma would always, like, every single time I got back to the house from being somewhere, she'd be like, wash your hands. And she'd do that her entire life. And then I was like, man, this is really coming in handy now. COVID.
You know what's crazy?
What?
This whole time, no one's been talking about, like, not drinking. Like, alcohol sales is, like, skyrocketed.
Oh my God, yeah.
And that's the worst thing you can do for your immune system.
I know it is.
Especially in the middle of a pandemic.
Remember in the beginning when they were saying that drinking would kill the virus?
No, that was a meme.
That was a meme?
That was entirely a meme.
Oh, okay.
I don't know a single person.
I didn't know where that started, but I remember that was.
We're like, just drink more vodka, it'll kill everything.
More. Yeah.
That was just a meme.
Yeah, I saw more memes that were like.
Are you that gullible? You believe the meme?
What?
You're that gullible? You believe the meme?
No, I didn't believe it. I just remember seeing stuff about it.
You just believed it.
No, I was saying that was something they were saying. Maybe I thought about it. Okay, I don't know. What else did I see? Oh yeah, I saw this TikTok that was like, before the pandemic, you'd be buying a shit ton of alcohol, and you'd be like, "Don't worry, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm just having a party." And then during the pandemic, it was like, "Don't worry, I'm not having a party. I'm just an alcoholic."
You know what I forgot to do today?
What?
Get you a gym membership.
Shit. Can we still do that?
I have to text him.
Okay.
Ask him.
I know I need a gym membership, especially because I want to be running a lot and it's getting cold.
Yeah. All right, let's go poop. I got wine drunk the other night. The last day. Last time getting drunk before sober October.
I'm upset that I didn't get drunk before sober October.
You didn't stay up. They haven't got wine drunk with me.
No, I did. I was awake. You were just gaming. I was sitting in the bed, but I was still awake.
Taking a drink every time I got downed.
Oh my God.
Taking a drink every single time I get down.
I had like 3 glasses, but it was so spread out that I didn't get drunk or anything.
I don't want to go to work this week.
Me either. Are we doing paintball this weekend?
Yeah.
Okay. At least that'll be something to look
My
forward
brother's
to.
only going to go for one day.
Okay.
So you could probably use the take for the other day.
Okay.
I'm not sure where this one is. Oh, this one's down by my mom's house. I'll be down there for the weekend.
Oh, good. So no camping.
Yeah. Or I can stay at my mom's, or I can stay at Taylor's place.
Okay.
Taylor's place is on the couch.
Wait, did he move?
What do you mean?
He didn't move, right?
You've seen his apartment, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
still in
he
that
still lives
same
there.
one. Okay.
He still lives there, as far as I know. Matt is back there. I need to go help him. I want to finish helping him build his PC. Gonna buy a new GPU. I'm excited to build you a PC. I want you to get in game. You're getting all my hobbies. You're getting paintball, getting guns.
Yeah, why do I like your hobbies?
PC.
God damn.
My hobbies are fun, dude.
They are
Anyone who gets
fun.
into my hobbies loves them.
Yeah.
Fucking fun, dude.
They're just based on just having a good time, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally. I mean, like, gaming.
Gaming is a little more like.
No, you see, it's different when you start to play with friends.
Oh, okay. I don't have any friends that are into gaming. Except you.
You join a Minecraft server. Play Minecraft together.
Okay.
You see those TikToks?
I don't really like Minecraft.
It's father-son Minecraft. Where
I've tried. I know.
Dad
I
plays
saw
Minecraft
that.
with his kid. That's
That
gonna
was
be me,
so
dude. I'm gonna do
cute.
that shit.
Yeah, I can see it.
I'm so gonna do that shit.
Aw. That's gonna be
lit, dude.
amazing.
That'd be so lit.
I don't know. I don't really like Minecraft. Like the one, maybe I just have to really get into it.
We can play Battlefield together though. If you have
like
PC by the time
Battlefield.
Battlefield comes out, we can play Battlefield together, and you'll see how much fun it is to get drunk and play like games with your friends.
Yeah.
When they're chillaxed. Apex. So the thing is, like, if you play Apex with us, that's a competitive game. It's no way to make it not competitive. Because it's battle royale. Battle royale is hard to make.
And you were getting so mad at me while we were playing together because I was just so bad.
Absolutely horrible.
And I liked Battlefield the one time we played it.
Because Battlefield is easier to play relaxed and not competitive, because it's, as much as it's a competitive game, it's easy to play and have fun because it's not like constantly pressure. There's not pressure 24/7. Battle royale game, there's always pressure. You have a moving zone, only a team of 3, versus all other teams of 3. But you're playing Battlefield, you're looking at teams of 30, a team of 32 versus another team of 32. It's like, there's so many teammates. It's not like pressure's always on. You can play however the fuck you want. It'd be fun to play that, and you could go get in a helicopter and accidentally crash into the enemies and blow yourself up and suicide bomb.
Oh yeah, and I guess I feel like my first gaming experience was actually Among Us. With you.
Among Us is kind of competitive, but like it's pretty fun to play relaxed.
It was more like a everyone can have fun game. It wasn't just like a gamer's game,
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was kind of my first experience like playing with friends and stuff, I guess.
Yeah, it's really fun. Gaming is so much more fun when you play with friends.
Yeah.
Than playing solo.
Well, I played with you and your friends, but it was so fun.
Yeah, but get a PC, you'll be able to get in a Discord. We'll have to find a place for your desk.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I have no idea where to do that. I think it would have to be in the living room where that light is. It's the only place we could do it. Yeah.
What about in the basement? No, that bad idea, right? Because we have parties down here.
It's not a bad idea. It's just a bad idea because we don't have outlets.
Oh, okay.
We only have like 4 or 5 outlets down here.
True.
Plus, you don't want to.
But we have to put a Christmas tree in that spot.
Yeah, but it could get moved. Your desk is
if my desk is there, yeah. I can't wait to decorate a Christmas tree. It's not even Halloween. I'm already excited for Christmas.
No, I was too.
I'm excited for Halloween too, but.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ask the guy who cuts the grass. I'm gonna ask him how many kids come out here for trick or treating, because I want to be that guy who gets the big ass
candy bars.
Yeah.
I want to bake something. I want to hand out cookies.
I won't be here. We're away for paintball.
Oh.
We might be back Sunday before nighttime.
Okay.
Because if the game ends at like 2, 6, 5, we'll be back here late, so I don't even know.
Wait, so then you can't hand anything out?
Maybe. No idea.
Okay.
Especially know if there's anyone who's even gonna come, because the neighborhoods are right there. People probably just go to the neighborhoods. I don't think people are gonna walk up and down our road.
I know. Our road's kind of dangerous too.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if people are actually gonna do that.
Yeah.
I might do something in Penn Ave too, up where the bars are. They might like close that down and have people like out there, because a lot of like cities do that kind of thing.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't really know.
We'll see. We have a month.
Yeah.
To figure it out.
My birthday's coming up. I'm gonna be old.
24.
24, dude. This is always the age I declared was old age.
Really?
Like 24. I was like, dude, you like not old, but like I was like, shit. Like you're really like you're into like your adult state. Like you're really into like a new stage of life. Like you're into like, okay, now you've started like, I don't know. Always growing up, I was like 24. Like
that sounds like actual adult.
Yeah, like you're like a real grown up. Like you're no longer fun having kid. And it's weird how you view life so differently when you get to the stage. You're like, fuck.
You have to think about responsibilities. Like
Yeah, well,
your
life's
whole
just
life,
not
your only
about like
responsibility was like school, and
yeah, like life's just not about the same shit anymore. It's weird. Like your
I
focus
know
shifts, what you think is important shifts. Everything totally changes.
that's so true. And I feel like I become a different person every year.
Amanda, she just turned 20. She's 28. I lied.
28, yeah.
No, she's 30. She's 29 right now. She turns 30 next year.
Damn.
I know. I was like, holy shit, she's old. But I hope she listens to this. I
Happy
won't
late
talk shit on
birthday,
her.
Amanda, if she's
But
listening.
no, it's not her birthday yet.
Oh, I thought you said it was already her birthday.
No, like her birthday already passed.
Yeah, that said happy late birthday.
We called her on her birthday. We were in the car.
Oh
You were
yeah.
with me.
Oh my god.
Um,
Oh yeah. Well, happy late birthday then.
So yeah,
Again.
but like she even said, and everyone else says, like every year after you turn like 21, it feels like you grow as a person twice as much as the year before. Like 20, 23 to 24 feels like you grew twice as much as you did from 22 to 23.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm 22 right now, so you're saying this year is gonna feel like a lot?
Your mental and physical
It already does. Well, I'm actually already
feels
almost 23. I turned
so much
23 in
more.
March.
Yeah, you're kind of halfway there.
I'm like halfway, yeah. That's crazy.
It is really crazy.
I don't relate to like my 18, 19, 20-year-old
You think
self
about
at
how
all.
how your perspective actually changes so much of that time.
Yeah. And just like the things I want out of life. And also, you sort out your mental state a lot more too. At least in my case.
Just stare you and see how long it takes you to just keep talking on it.
About random shit.
No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. I wrote down how what's it's so weird
What?
versus when I was single to when we started dating. My fears I don't think about really ever anymore.
Like what fears?
Just all things that used to scare me about life and death before, I don't think about them as much anymore. With you around, I think more about. Dude, I just heard a honk and a bang.
I did too.
You did? I think someone may have just got in a car accident outside.
Are you serious?
I think so.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time. Anyway, but back then, I used to think about, like, I don't know. It used to be like almost like a daily, if not weekly occurrence that like I would think about things that scared me and fears and stuff like that. And now it's like I don't anymore. I think about future and present, and I don't really think about things I'm scared about anymore.
I remember
When
you
I'm
used
with
to
you,
think about.
all my fears go away.
Aw, how romantic. That is
It's
a
true, though.
crazy thing. Me too. Actually. Cause
I'm not just thinking about myself anymore.
yeah,
I was thinking about like us.
me too. I always think about us and our future
Like
and
all my decisions are like circular around like us, not just necessarily myself and
Mhm.
like my finances or like my time or my weekend. It's more like our time, our weekend, our whatever.
Right.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Maybe it's a bad thing. I don't know.
I don't know.
And you're basically living
It
here
just
now.
kind of happens.
You are living here now.
I am living here now, yeah.
Thank
I
you.
only go home like every couple of weeks to visit. Well, I guess this is my home now, so I guess my grandparents. Which is where I
You
used to
said it
live.
as your Google home address.
Yeah.
You use Google Maps. Did you?
Yeah,
You did?
I did.
Oh, okay.
So it's official.
Okay, yeah.
um
You gotta turn the volume on. First time when me and Joyce started living here, we both changed our Google address, and then we turned the volume on when we drove home. It says "Welcome home"
yeah.
as you pull in. It was great the first time.
For Apple Maps, I didn't even set it at home. I just drove here so many times it started saying, "You have arrived home," or something like that. I was like, "Oh, that was cute." But yeah, I used to think about life and death and a lot about what happens after death, or like I used to be also super hypochondriac, but that's another story. I used to be so scared of like just dying from a crazy disease. But I don't think a lot about what happens after death anymore, which I used to. Now I'm just so focused on like our life. And it's crazy that like this sounds kind of silly, but when you get mad at me for vaping,
Yeah.
um it's just
Stealing
kind of
fucking random vapes, that's disgusting.
that was gross, my bad. I could have literally got like an STD in my throat. I'm really bad decisions. But he like, gets mad at me for vaping or whatever, and I've tried to quit several times
I
and
said to her recently, so she came back and she basically stole some random vape at a bar, or where was it?
it was at a bar.
Yeah, at a bar. She found a random vape that someone left and was using it. I'm like, that is absolutely disgusting. For one, outside of being disgusting, you could have gotten like STDs from that. I mean, very, very unlikely, but you could have gotten like sickness. You could have got fucking COVID. You could have gotten anything from that.
I
That's
know.
disgusting. You don't know whose mouth was on that, or
I
how many
know.
people's mouth were on that at the bar.
That's actually fucking disgusting, dude.
As well as I'm against vaping and smoking. Like, there's a difference between like occasional like smoking weed and like that. Like, no type of smoking is good for your lungs.
Right.
Don't get me wrong.
Anything that you
Like-
put in your lungs is bad usually.
Like I smoke
Besides-
cigars, but it's a very rare and traditional occurrence.
Right.
And you're not. Ideally, it's not going into your lungs. It does, but ideally, it's not. And it's minimal.
You still get mouth cancer.
Yeah, yes, you do. But that's what I say.
Yeah.
It's very tradition type based thing, and it's not very often.
Right.
Like it's a once, maybe twice a month, type occurrence, if that. Like I haven't done it in a while now, but point is, it is like it's very minimal and it's a traditional thing. But I said to her, I was like, okay, when you die early from vaping, I'm moving on 1 week after. I was like, when you die, I no questions, I'm just gonna move on. I was like, I'm gonna go find someone else the week after you die, because you're gonna die. You wanna vape and you wanna die early on me, then I'm gonna move on, because I'm not gonna live the rest of my life lonely, because you decided to vape when I told you not to. That's what I said, and that made her really upset.
That made me really upset. One, because he said he was going to leave me in a week after I die.
I'm not gonna leave you. I'm gonna move on. You're
move
dead.
on in a week after I die. And also just because, back to what I was saying, and put it in perspective, like, I don't want to leave him alone. Like, that affects him too. That's like,
Yeah.
I just kind of thought about, like, I don't know, my health affects other people, not just me. And like, obviously I want to be healthy, but it hits you different when it's affecting someone else, honestly, at least for me.
Be healthy.
Yeah.
Run.
Run.
Meal prep. Eat good food. Don't smoke.
Right.
Don't drink as much. Anticipating sober October, so you don't so that you can help yourself realize you don't have a drinking issue. Drinking's completely changed for me in the last however many years. I mean, I've never really been one to just like drink and get blackout drunk. I was for a little while. I'd get blackout drunk a lot, but that's just because the people I was around influenced me in horrible ways.
Yeah. I think that I was like that a lot in college. I kind of had, I don't know.
You used
The
to every
whole
time
thing-
you drank, you just get drunk and black out.
The entire, like, oh my God, especially like one certain year, I think it was like my sophomore year or something, or my freshman year, or both, honestly. But every weekend, like, the thing to do was like go out and just get fucked up, and like, that's
Yeah, I never had
what
that.
I did. And
Never
it
had
was
that.
literally, it was probably like, I mean, I made a lot of good memories, but at the same time, I made a lot of miserable times. So just getting blackout every weekend is just not sustainable, not very fun. You make a lot of mistakes. I mean, everyone goes through a phase in their life.
No.
Not everyone,
No,
but
no.
everyone goes through, like, I guess not everyone goes through like a reckless phase, but if you do,
Here's the thing, no. What happens is a lot of people start doing that because they get that FOMO. They get
right.
that fear of missing out
Dude, that's what's
on like the
big
life
for me.
of partying.
Right.
And it's as simple as looking at the situation of what you're getting the FOMO of, like, oh, all my friends are going out and partying, they're having so much fun, getting blasted out drunk and hooking up with people and this, that, and the other. And it's like, you have to literally look at that and say, like, this is the only reason why I want to do this is because I'm having FOMO, and legitimately knowing and trusting that when people are telling you that you're not missing out. Trusting that, telling yourself to legitimately trust it, no matter what your instincts say, because your instincts are making you get that FOMO.
Right.
When you know you should.
Just think about that anxiety that you were
missing
missing out on. Just think about that anxiety that you're missing out on. But
I don't know. I was always able to look in and be like, I legitimately like. I know I might feel like I want to be doing that, but
you really don't.
I know I don't.
Right. I have finally come to terms with that now.
You just have to actually like trust that you won't. Like, even though you may not feel like that, just have to trust that the people that have all gone through it aren't lying to you. And like that's the way I was. I mean, like there's a while where I was like, there was a decent period of time where I was single between, long-term girlfriends. And
you were single for like
I thought I would
year.
like that single life because I've never had a problem picking up girls or like having girls find me attractive or being able to like, I could have easily been a player my entirety of like that. And like, even when I was in a relationship, the amount of girls that would hit on me and stuff and still do is just insane. And,
wow, ego.
when I'm with my homies and they're all out here like, players playing, I'm like, damn, I miss, like, part of me a small part of me would have that FOMO, and I'd be like, I'm out here, chillaxing. My boys are all out here, like, gaming it up, partying up. And I'm out here just not being part of that. And then, like, when I went to that phase where I just wasn't dating anybody, I realized how much I actually don't enjoy that lifestyle at all.
Yeah.
I'd much rather have a girlfriend that I love and that I can share my life with, because that's way better than just getting drunk and hooking with random chicks.
It is. And what I
enjoy so much more and get so much more time of enjoyment sharing my life with someone, taking you shooting, making breakfast with you, going grocery meal prepping, sober October, just sharing my life with somebody. You get so much more enjoyment in such a different way than that 3 minutes, 1 minute, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 3 nights, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Way more enjoyment sharing your life with somebody.
And a lot of the times, participating in hookup culture can just be coping with the fact that you don't have that life to share with somebody, And
I don't know.
What?
But I don't know.
I don't know. Also, another thing that I found out was blacking out every weekend can be a big way to avoid personal problems too.
Yeah. Blacking out all the time just isn't healthy.
It's really not.
and as I've gotten older, I don't even like.
I don't enjoy
like I said,
it
I
anymore
enjoy
either.
like the half a beer.
Right.
I really do. I used to think like what's the point of drinking like a beer? Like what's the point of like drinking alcohol if you're not gonna get drunk? And that's what I started realizing is like sometimes just drinking half a beer and like getting that, not even like a buzz, but just like a little bit to loosen up and feel more relaxed is so nice.
Yeah. Or just like a simple glass of wine.
It feels like it like literally eats it feels like the poisonous alcohol you're putting in your body just eats some of the stress. Maybe some of the good shit too, like the immune system, but
it eats some of the stress.
Alcohol is literally poison, bro.
No, I know.
That's just literally poison. Like if I get rid of one thing in society, I think it'd be alcohol.
It's actually.
I'm sure we'd find another way to have fun.
Get rid of it.
Yeah, I'd like get rid of it all.
Like it
but
never
you definitely
existed.
Can't make it illegal. Like like if I could just like play God and just evaporate something.
Oh, okay.
I'd either evaporate the things in alcohol that make it bad, or I'd just get rid of alcohol. We'd find another way to have fun and party. But like, I mean, it's too late to change society.
Maybe like mushrooms. Everyone would just do mushrooms all the time.
I love mushrooms.
I would like to do that.
I've done mushrooms a few times now. They're great.
I have yet to done any kind of
different types of mushrooms, though.
But...
Different types of mushrooms do different things. I don't even know what kind of mushrooms I took a few times, but they were great because it wasn't like I was high. I wasn't delusional.
I'm about to call you out for a second.
What?
You took mushrooms from strangers.
I did. Yeah.
And you fucking yelled at me for like, don't take drugs from strangers, don't take vapes from strangers.
I think mushrooms are a little bit different.
Nah.
Than taking pills from strangers, yeah.
Well, pills, yeah. I mean, it's still dangerous to take drugs from strangers, but...
Yeah. I mean, mushrooms are... mushrooms.
I mean, yeah.
It's pretty easy to see if a mushroom's been fucked with.
Can you lace mushrooms, like, without it being noticeable?
I guess, but no one really does. I don't think anyone does that.
Who laces mushrooms?
I don't think lacing mushrooms is a thing. I'm sure it can be done.
I don't know.
I'm sure you could coat them in some kind of powder or something to fuck with somebody, but like I think that's the thing. Mushrooms do good enough on their own.
Yeah.
Then again, I guess heroin does too, but now people like lace it with fentanyl.
Because it's cheaper?
Yeah.
Or fentanyl's like a whole different
I don't know.
addiction, too. I don't know.
I don't know. I never said taking shrooms was a great idea.
No.
I was blackout drunk and I took shrooms. That was.
I was honestly so worried about you when you told me you just took shrooms. I was like, please don't have a bad trip.
Nah, it wasn't. They weren't even like they weren't intense mushrooms. I don't know what kind of mushrooms they were, but it was just a chill like enhancing mushroom. No, I didn't. At least as far as I know, I didn't hallucinate. No
Did it make the
voices,
colors
no.
more vibrant?
I feel like it. I don't know if it visually. I feel like it did, but I can't say that it did. I remember like it felt like life felt more vibrant.
It made you more happy. Like, it lifts your mood.
But it felt very in a very chill way. It wasn't like a like the squirrel from over the hedge.
Yeah.
Like it didn't feel like that about life, but it was very. Like I said, I don't even know what kind of mushrooms they were, but they were just and because they were in slices, so I was just taking a slice of it.
Mm-hmm.
I ate two, and it was just very
What'd they taste like?
chill about life. Honestly, I don't remember any weird taste. It tasted like a fucking grocery store mushroom. Could have been.
Really?
It didn't really taste like a grocery store mushroom, but like it was very bland like that. I just remember the texture more than anything else because it was dried.
Yeah.
That was it.
I would try like the
I
mushroom.
basically
Like,
I almost swallowed it.
really?
I only chewed it a few times. I swallowed it. Yeah.
Guess that doesn't really affect it. I don't know.
Well, the one I did swallow, but the other one I chewed a little bit then swallowed.
I would try like the mushroom tea stuff.
Yeah, microdosing like mushroom tea.
Yeah, I would try that. Yeah, my friend at
It's
Firefly.
an ancient culture, mushrooms.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of research into it.
I know, that's what that way makes me feel safer about it.
Yeah, it's
but-
being grown to the ground, so that's.
Yeah.
I mean, feel safer about it for that reason too. Same with pot, like I don't really enjoy pot, but I don't enjoy like a strong psychedelic effect. LSD, pot, pot's not as bad, but LSD don't enjoy either. I just don't really like the. I like to keep my psyche in tune.
What do you mean you don't enjoy a strong psychedelic effect and then you take mushrooms?
It wasn't a strong psychedelic effect.
Maybe that was just the specific mushrooms. I don't really know how they are.
I know. Well, that's what I said. I don't know. That's why I wish I
But-
knew what kind of mushroom they were.
Yeah.
Because they weren't a. It wasn't a strong psychedelic effect, but it was like having 2 beers in an hour. Maybe not even that noticeable. I didn't feel physically impaired from them,
That's good.
but I just felt like very, very more relaxed. Like things didn't matter as much.
Aw,
Like like
that sounds nice.
I'm here to
honestly.
enjoy this. I'm not here to stress about enjoying it. Let's just enjoy it. Just way more chill and happy, and things did seem like life itself just seemed a little bit more vibrant.
Very nice.
Not in a super intense way, not in a super dramatic way. It was just a very light, little subtle touch, a little bit of salt on the steak. I don't know.
Salt on steak.
Yeah,
Good shit.
I wish I could have shared that experience, but
Yeah.
Hayes took them with me. That was about it. Jory obviously didn't.
Sure, I can't.
He can do mushrooms. It won't show up on a test.
Oh,
anywhere.
really?
Yes. But he likes to use that as an excuse.
He's just not very
You could do
into-
shrooms. You could do shrooms.
Yeah.
I'm talking into it. Like I think he's gotta sit down and just like hear people legitimately talk about mushrooms,
Mm-hmm.
so that he knows like it's not like it's because I mean he was grown up in a family where it's very anti-drug, and that's fine. I mean, but there are definitely drugs that do help and do good things. I don't think he believes all drugs are bad.
I don't think so either. I think he's just
He has more of a
nervous.
right-wing stance than I do, but
I think he's just nervous to have a
he's never
new
had things like that before.
experience.
So
Yeah.
that is scary when you were grown up with your parents talking about drugs in a certain way, and with the propaganda that was pushed during our age.
Do you think
with
you'd
no,
get paranoid if he
no
smoked?
drugs at all?
Yeah.
I don't think he'd smoke. He can't smoke weed. He
right.
puts too much on the line with smoking weed.
I forgot about that.
As well as I mean, I don't enjoy weed. I don't think he would enjoy weed either.
I don't think so, especially because his life was pushing weed is bad, He's smoking and get fucking paranoid.
Yeah, you'd probably do that too.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know.
Not for
Depends,
everyone.
but what?
not for everyone.
No.
Weed is not a.
It's an off and on kind of thing for me.
What's our question?
Ah, shit.
We had one, but I don't know if that's
We
a good
had
one.
one, but I forget.
I remember what it was.
What was it?
Is anal for him or her?
Oh, yeah. Like, who
Is that a
enjoys it
good
more?
question? Is that like one that like you think we're gonna get different answers on?
I don't think we should ask that question because not everyone's done anal.
Yeah.
So how are they supposed to know? I want to actually know.
Okay. Well then, what's her question?
um, man, I feel like I can usually think of questions, but now I can't. Favorite drug?
Oh, it's
I'm
gonna be
just
yes
kidding.
or it's gonna be yes or it's gonna be a simple yes or no or
Yes.
this or
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yes or no. This or that. Should we do a would you rather? Or is that
Uh,
too like in depth?
eh.
Um.
There's one I was shocked by. I heard on the radio. It was like a you have three choices and you have to eliminate one. Which one do you eliminate? And it was coffee, tea, or hot chocolate. And it was weird the amount of people who actually said coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
Should we do that one?
No, I mean I stole it from the radio, so I don't know if we should use that one, but
I would eliminate hot chocolate for sure.
yeah, I was kind of in the same boat.
Because I'm big on coffee and tea.
Yeah, like I can just make sweet coffee and I like that more than hot chocolate.
Same. And you can make coffee taste like chocolate. Anyways.
And we can do that one. Not a bad one.
I mean, it's not bad, but it's not original, I guess.
And we don't really care about being original.
Yeah.
We eliminate all these missed FaceTimes. Do you know who you're gonna call?
Oh shit, no.
Yeah. Well, you gotta figure that out. Okay. I figure who I'm gonna call. Is Gomez? Have I done Gomez before? On here?
I don't think so.
I call Kylie.
Yeah. I'm gonna call Brianna and see if she answers. Should I FaceTime or I'll just
Doesn't matter. As long as that you gotta make it face the mic. That's it.
wait. The question: which one would you eliminate?
You have to eliminate one. Coffee, hot chocolate.
Coffee, hot chocolate. I don't think she's gonna answer.
Your mic's not picking up.
Damn. Okay.
Oh, Brandon. Yo.
What are you up to?
All right, so you have to eliminate one: coffee, hot chocolate, or tea. Which one are you eliminating?
I hate coffee.
So you're eliminating coffee. Okie dokie. That's all I had. Yep, you gotta come up for the podcast sometime. You're on the podcast. You're the question of the day. I'll talk to you later. Peace. Love you. It's funny. Okay,
Okay, I'm
so
gonna
he eliminates
call-
coffee. I eliminate
Damn.
hot chocolate. You eliminate hot chocolate.
I
See what
eliminate
the
hot
vote is.
chocolate. I'm gonna call Haley.
Damn, you got no real friends, huh? They ain't gonna answer.
Hello.
Yo, she answered. Okay, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna eliminate coffee, tea, or hot chocolate. Which one?
Coffee.
Damn! No way.
Oh shit!
Okay, you're on the podcast. We have to hang out soon.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Now we have a tie between hot chocolate and coffee.
Yeah,
Holy shit! That's what I'm saying. So many people would eliminate coffee that we'd never expect.
I know.
Coffee people are a rare breed, apparently.
Yeah, that's so weird. I thought that would be the more
Fucking
popular
nuts,
one.
dude.
I thought it would either be tea or hot chocolate, honestly.
We need to get a tiebreaker. I think.
What'd you say?
Okay. Sorry, I had to respond. Who are we gonna call, dude? Okay, we'll call this. We'll call this boy. He's a Jersey boy. No way he gets rid of coffee, right? Right. Let's see. This is our tiebreaker right here. If he votes T, I give up.
Why?
Come on, James. You answer, you motherfucker. You got a deal breaker ready? In case if he doesn't answer?
A deal breaker?
Yeah, you gotta have someone to call for a deal breaker.
Like someone you think that's not going to choose coffee?
No. Just a
Oh,
random
just
person
someone.
who's gonna answer.
Okay. I can't call Ashlyn again. She was already on the podcast.
Was she?
Yeah. I can call Gabby. Let's see.
Oh, did I call Ashlyn?
Yeah, you called Ashlyn while I was hanging out with her.
Oh. Makes sense.
Gabby will pick up unless she's working. Let's see. Yo, I have a question.
Hold on, you're connected to my speaker.
Bitch!
What'd you say?
I have a question.
Yeah?
Which one would you eliminate? Coffee, tea, or hot chocolate?
I can't hear you.
Hello?
You're like freezing.
Tell her she has to eliminate one.
If you had to eliminate one, coffee, tea, or hot chocolate, which one would you eliminate?
Did you say coffee, tea, or hot chocolate?
Yes. Eliminate one.
My god, why?
Because it's the question of the day.
Make sure it's pointing.
It's the question of the day.
Fuck. Okay, probably hot chocolate.
Yes. Okay. Woo! One for hot chocolate. Deal breaker. You were the deal breaker on the question of the day for
Wait,
podcast.
what are you doing?
Nate does a podcast.
The fuck? What question of the day?
We do a question of the day.
Who does?
Nate on his podcast. What the fuck is this podcast?
Oh,
Also on Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud.
On Spotify, YouTube. All right. That was all I had for
iTunes,
you.
Apple Music.
okay, bye.
Love you. Bye.
Love you.
Okay, so it's official. Hot chocolate's the worst drink in the world.
Yep.
Yeah, no one deserves to drink it. It's trash. We should get rid of it. Vote it off planet Earth.
I apologize if I was like screaming into the microphone.
Yeah, no, don't apologize.
Okay.
Fuck the listeners, man.
We don't want any listeners. Fuck them.
No.
Okay.
I'll fuck my listeners.
Whoa.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And the butt. Anyway.
Then you can answer the anal question.
Yeah. So, recap. I got a UTI because I'm fucking cool.
Oh yeah.
I stuck my dick in my own ass because they told me to go fuck myself, and it gave me a UTI. So I'll never do that one again. But yeah, this is Lydia, my girlfriend, on a podcast.
Mhm.
Shot guns today. Did a bunch of cool shit.
Gotta go
Sorry
run.
if
10
the energy
miles.
was low this podcast. We both were tired. We worked all day yesterday. We got a lot of shit to do. We slept bad. My back hurts. We had a lot more shit to do. But yeah, hopefully it was entertaining. You got anything last to say?
Nope. I just gotta pee again. So.
Okay. Well, I had to take a shit. She's got to pee. We got to go grocery shopping. We got to food prep. We
Gotta
gotta go for a
run.
run. We got to do a lot of shit. So it was great having you guys here. Find us on video on YouTube. Find us on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, Amazon Music, the whole nine. Just look up. If you're trying to give the podcast recommendation to someone else, you can either click the little thing to share it directly, or if you don't want to share it directly, you just want to tell them to look for it, and you're telling someone how to look for it. Because you're talking about us, like, you know, you definitely want to because this podcast is so fucking cool. You can tell them to look up WTF is this, and then search Nate Lauk, NATE space LOUK at the end of it, and I should pop right up because I'm the author. So that's the easiest way to find us, or just direct link share us. Thank you guys for listening so much. What the fuck is this? And we'll see you guys in a week. Yeet!
Yeet.